Butchers Association or Sanko Fonina. So long as the people have their identity cards, no, on bet me I na a easy queues any near my cry oh. Now national ID card for no data any digitalization the money ban no. We here event saying or systems any database here you'll be able to extract say nipa do saying and na omo ba rectify or Ghana card. It is not their fault.
I'll come back to you.
So that you give that people a window.
Masaba.
Nemum enkoye wholesale say and they do amuntimi ntwam and am do be court and we dare them. Ya there obi atumi nyu. Let no yencham. Na you make progress say let's identify the problems. Let's find solutions to it. Niawa said that uncle register and we don't have anything to cover you.
I'll come back to you.
So was just one day.
So be a mama can't say one day no on after every process there will be assessment.
Mr. BEMPAH Msrewa.
And you this one day you there who there
say ochina passe a deadline on magia tomorrow. Another issue is that they say you see Ghana card and SIM na nkofu PDA business. We trying to see more we go to business I don't know. That's on register is going to be unemployment na cost road dada. And I say to SIM mu e sign. By kind courtesy of our newsroom Yanko name pick this short story concerning the SIM card registration and matters arising.
And a minister edema a communications and digitalization Mame Esla Owusu Ekufo Edibetu a Ghana for name se SIM registration na ekoso e wo man ganim hanum enche na nyina aba na wiye neche se aka inefua mienu na eno enenam so ema edom kuma wo mo ewo mahebedwefie edi abetu dwa wo mo ekire se ehu behia se ema mpeni na adodan kwa Akufo ado ebetumi aye bibi afa ho efise enye Ghana fo enfumso se wo mo entumi register wo mo esim ne mum no eye Ghana card registration na ekoso no anche ena yade kodie wo esudi ne ho bagim we enam so ma bebre na ehu eka wo mo nti wo mo entumi ankosa lai anko ye wo mo Ghana card no ebi eno nenam so ema eye SIM registration no so no ebi atwen asensen kakra na wo mo eto aso wo mo kire se ehu behia pa ye se wo metwe eda no akonanim biwa no mo deda ne bi ebeka ho se de be ye beboa ma Ghana fo a wo mo entumi register wo mo SIM no o manya bra mo pe no o mo di register na sa infumso we no enye wo mo na wo mo aye na wo mo eto aso a wo mo kire ye mampene na dan kwa Akufo ado ene na ban se eyade atememufo bebre a mo Ghana wo edi wo mo SIM card ena di mo ndwuma kitenkete ene nipa ko no eno a wo ko oba nyina no eye mobile money a ena wo mo edidi mo ndwuma te hu behia so mo akwanya ne biem na wo mo etumi edi enya bere edi ayo mo SIM card registration eno aboa ama Ghana ni bia nso etumi enya akwanya no a register ne SIM na enumu ena eye deputy ranking member of communication committee Owura Sam George enso ede etu edwa wo kire se ehu behia se Ghana ni ba bia ebenya akwanya so wo be register ne SIM se eba no eye Ghana card ampo no health insurance and national ID card ni nyina no munu ewo bia wa ho akwanya so betumi ayusu ede aye ne ndwuma a wo pe se won fanye na enye kete se chichianchia yan nyina yemfa Ghana card miken so no dodo na entumi enya Ghana card bi nti wo se wo stressa pan onfa endani bi enka se de be ya o mamu ni nyina ebetumi enya Ghana card ni bi no matumi register no wo asundwem.
Chaye and I am a mea or share in Kitahudian Sam so a year or swafo Osla Owusu Ekufo. I do 2 Jaw what you say a year dear said July Busumi, Neda Eba and any day chat to one at the SIM card registration or Eba Yababe Piemu Award Dan Suman a year to go for one Akache say any power Eba register one SIM card no a year dear say Biman your Ghana cardia Yadi register a year SIM card na empo what 2 dates ni mu eye July bosumi ya mu a ebeboa ana emwa ye ni nipa bi mu akwaje wonum so agenkyere efa date ya ye maami ekire se wo betumi eye July ne da etwato
midin di Juliet Kwansa twana metwa ye si munum no mu study date ni kakra maye because ye mu bi ye san kaye Ghana card.
Considering the situation we are in now, there's no need, say, because ended this process on Sunday. This has to run perhaps the end of the year because people still have not been able to register their SIM. Koko NIA officer is so frustrating. The most important thing to do now is to extend it.
Enya Ghana card, they better register it. They don't register. And there's a man so onya botra kura na obi ansan Canada. Ansan oma ebe kuso oma kusu.
My dream say registration no pamucho. We there me feel say enya dia ebe ha wo man ni bebre eyenya yi. So ehun ti say ko kan say ye twa so mprempren a e de wo ha obeba. So ehun card Ghana card bebre nya ye. Oben den wunya ye ben den wo chip so wa register. Think me feel say and then MTN office almost say card in the Ghana card no omunyen encroach ye sa na wo say we nso ye nti bi de ma dwen no.
The only thing I want to say is that we are pleading upon the government to extend the date of the SIM card registration because there are a lot of people who haven't registered for their SIM. So we are pleading upon the ministers and the government that they should sit down and decide for another date so it will be the deadline.
Ghana for one so ever register one SIM card ewo dan suman e go for akache one agent chere and one edia to dwa no. Midi ade Akwansosem Shiraba Kantanka TV.
Madam Wasi na ekoso no uko bebia sa minim so china deadline no ombegina so ana say ombese madwin. We live to see tomorrow. But quickly mun summarize mami 22 minutes.
Yes. Deadline dey. Your man was so one question. Somebody can no. And then man you so your leader. Because one need assessment.
No one take decision.
Of course she's a minister in charge. Hold on.
No, it's government.
She's a minister in charge. Hello. Yeah, Tia na papa na do dan kwaku for the PAMO energy minister. Dia. There's no kind of the PAMO no. So what are you talking about?
One guy, you didn't explain why he said the minister. The president is not a
we are not discussing. We are not arguing.
But when you make an the president didn't explain why he sacked the minister. And you are saying he explained. But you cannot get 1 point.
No.
Because the president didn't explain why he sacked Bache Jakun.
Mr. BEMPAH.
Did he?
Please.
So it's unfactual. The statement is not factual.
Mr. BEMPAH, please.
That is what I am saying. I mean, yes, we are in a discussion. Okay. Everybody is entitled to make his point. But yeah, any factual statement.
No.
The president sacked the energy minister Bache Jakun. But your constitution, I said, they say the president is not obliged to explain why. And I know you won't say information about you say, Mame Sarajwa Asafo. President say we revoke an appointment as a gender and social protection minister. While the minister for sanitation and water resources will continue to act as an oversight responsibility of the ministry. Is there explanation in the statement nearby? And he said, in future, Obakachem say, Yetiana, President Asake, Honorable Sarajwa Asafo. I didn't know Sake. The president didn't explain. That's the point I'm making. And she said, they all can, your friends, so we are obliged to make factual statements.
The president is not supposed to explain to you.
Yes, so he didn't explain what Jaku don't say, Yetiana, President Sake, I didn't know Sake, assuming say, or explain it, and I hear the explanation. That's my point, too. Honorable Esla
no, obey we need your
me so see me and son on no be.
We need you why you need.
Oh, that be say who see dem here enti no de the time na ma. We are no am no be. Me 2 minutes after ma fa 30 seconds. Dem go ba me mem. Send the satam the next na me disrupt na esa na deliberate disruption. Enti sa SIM registration no dey me person me ka KUSI an say ochina a deadline.
Yeah.
Maybe after deadline no so utie story Monkofu koye by. People have genuine reasons to me register because if it is not my fault, na me need even me ID card the crime and sankan because ID card need deadline me boa enti me sankan o see me man ko register me sim ti watwam. Yes, you are not being fair to me. Enti after the exercise no also ministry no o national ID etna say omu really omu database what has been the problems. Nipa dodo saying the ID card, nipa dodo saying nini, omo error. How are we going to correct it as quickly as practicable? ABI, ye no best 1 week or 14 days, you know. Na ye be a window. Say more problem ABCD. I nam so ntimanye no. National ID for your card amamo. Baby to be anko non-co register.
Okay.
But it doesn't warrant to say no then would to be you. Ghana is bigger than you as an individual. Ghana you don't say omo register. And you can register that any demonstration say omo we see a time I'm here register. We be the man extension.
All right.
Who so strength as a host. You are supposed to manage and control the program. To my guests overshadow at least Juma will be so you should manage the program. You are the host. So all right. So this is a point I want to make. You see, this is an evidence. Usu, because some of the program here can you news to anybody now. Ghana card, no more data be part of Marisa. 2 or more issues are in a normal way. Now the point I'm pressing, can you see, share your institution? I say, even your mama, your name, anytime I will be one thing I would try to do is to minimize inconvenience. These are not something new here best in America. These are existing cars a year issue. Obia bayan kasa yamra modeba maybe say obia you want to first now register same card. Eba for now register. And I'm one of them rabai. So for young fire cars and I say national ID cards here then and call register. And you move because I allow you tell you just be that don't you any ever sound. Edi a voter side be name call register. I actually I was afraid so be the register be here but boy me the Ghana card. I mean that's a problem. Then eventually no to say first one man limited more opinion so that people can easily walk and do it. But the one that be problem because one question say when you not begin to make a limited time mama deadline then you should not be bold enough to tell her the time my deadline they say my junior one will say or be on the Ghana card problems are here can be which means one for year. But you can't say, as at now, a big Ghana Academy. 2, a big crowd there, my mistake, come from my home. 3, a big take a premium, because at the time I didn't do a control more. I feel quite normal. So you know, so that's what you know, criteria. These problems are there. That's the point I'm making. You see, we have people that we have voted for them. They are totally at Tuaba, movement manager economy, my So one thing you need to limit is inconvenience. We won't force them. We useless idea. But say, oh, you're not one my deadline. It's no. What the inconvenience?
It's not the word. It's not
useless. It's useless because I make come. I'm trouble. Let me explain myself. Don't leave it. You let me explain myself. I'll say you say in the sense say. So when I papa ofia, utie. Now you say me in be pay. 10 o'clock. One by 9:30 na be ka tell me. Eh bia me ma anantamanra. Me yes I'm sorry 1 o'clock. We say it's useless because it didn't take me into consideration. So it is useless. So when you analysis here, hold on. When you analysis here, you will not say.
Apostle, please. Don't say choice of words are very important.
And understand the meaning you assign.
Yeah,
understand. Yes, understand the meaning you assign.
No.
My meaning to useless. Of course. Any word is neutral.
So it means you will not register. It's useless. So
I'm saying that the decision to give a deadline is useless. That's the point I'm making. As for the registration matter, you will be a calling for a long time. For the criminal records anyway, and I support it. I'm not against it. I stated it in my initial comment. But the deadline, if I have an issue, that's what I'm saying, because it's inconvenience. You don't bottle all of us up. As if say Ghana Ebe ended by July. What are you talking about? What I say? No, we've heard the indications are yet to and yet none Ebeka. Should you want to for them? Who disrupt productivity? This economy, I drink guy in the IMF. You're going to do anything like that from. I buy the 20 charge my photo. Or do any other market. This was what one Yamakakra and so with the decision what take him say useless. We're just in Yamaka. There are some who can even join the queue for the whole day. I want to me. What's that productivity? You said decision and should look at it and say it.
Martin Medasi, Apostle, no. As a useless.
The deadline is a useless decision.
Not a registration.
And I'll die so I bet to the same time. I personally lead the demonstration in this country.
We agree.
Please.
Demonstration.
Demonstration is not a threat to anybody.
A higher Kantanka TV. You go say Debra when Nano pay. Akwansosem Doboa and Debra. Midi at the MALIK RAMZY. Yet Twasu. we main issue na afi na because no enti you go so ya twan your guest ni be mba na ya san atoa so but omo ha de ye betoa so yenko Monday yemfa the media review budget 2022 finance minister etu America ko parliament o mampani suma no say ni sika na amode ma hen no yedi kakra so wo ho nti say na ye use no say na ye use no sa enso ya nka mo man bi nka ho ana mo man bi nka ho nyame adom okoy no nko bi sika osimi bi sika nti kakra wo ho ye ba manage ni kakra na ye de ahwe but ne mo de ma hen no ne ayetumi ayeni nti asam no say ye behwe kakra esi wo parliament ye ba na maybe some mpanimfo 1 or 2 na ye de ahye ase.
Credit rating downgrades, and close access to the international capital markets. These happenings, Mr. Speaker, have led to severe pressures on the cedi, which caused the currency to depreciate significantly. Additionally, in February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, a situation Mr. Speaker, additionally, in February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, a situation that worsened the already weakened global supply chains, exacerbated by high financing conditions, the surge in food, fertilizer, financing, and building materials and fuel prices that manifested in soaring inflation domestically. These have had a debilitating toll on the costs and standard of living of our people. Mr. Speaker, food prices are rising, fuel and transport fares are up, the cost of borrowing for businesses and households has increased, the cedi has depreciated, and the economic outlook has darkened significantly. Mr. Speaker, this state of affairs is quite a painful one for me to report to you. It is hard to see our people lament about the prices of basic commodities. These are difficult times for government and indeed for the finance minister. It is agonizing to hear our food producers complain about the cost of hauling foodstuff from farm gates to market centers. This is not how we envision the economy. This is not what we planned and worked hard for. Recent challenges have overtaken us. Our duty is to work through these challenges, overcome them, and it's exactly what keeps the President and his team awake at night. Mr. Speaker, let me take this opportunity to discuss the issue of our return to the IMF. Yes, I know this government assured the nation of a Ghana beyond aid, and our plans and programs for economic transformation have been designed to achieve just that. And indeed, I did say that Ghana would not embark on an IMF program. We did not just say it, we also took measures towards the attainment of that objective. Let me take this opportunity to discuss the issue of our return to the IMF. Yes, I know this government assured the nation of a Ghana beyond aid, and our plans and programs for economic transformation have been designed to achieve just that. And indeed, I did say that Ghana would not embark on an IMF program. We did not just say it, we also took measures towards the attainment of that objective, including the passage of the Fiscal Responsibility Act and instituting a number of irreversibility measures, and also launching the Ghana Cares Obatampa program for economic revitalization and transformation.
Okay, so medasi some gusa muti ana mo hwe Kantanka TV. Kai say discussion ya have wo ha nyina no edumre bia e ba ma kwan na won so bebia wo bia no kakra wo no wo dia baba kan se bibia wo hwen bia sa WhatsApp na wo de be ba ye beji mreso e be phone line so sama na so de wadwe nkyere aba ye du so wotenia finance minister e call parliament e de ko tu dwa kakra see free senior high school ye be di nkomo later obi antumi mfa ne nsanka woko IMF kwa obi amfa ne nsanka be koso saa NABCO de by the end of September this year ye be yie fi ho na mo de foforo aba see new roads a mo be ye bia no see o se toll booth ye jaye yenje obi a toll booth an to fa bio but new roads bi o mo be ye bia no omo de toll be si ho na ya gigi sika na etumi e de etua road ni nyina aka o see ye ma no 2.5 years about turning the crisis or the challenges that we are facing as a nation into a paradise. We, me per se, many Apostle started. Apostle, my mini say, did you, my member say, finance minister Monday or call parliament, you know, me too expectation. Now, nya wo pesa wo te na wo te e wo media review budget no wana.
Yo, me da si bebre. Na men transit to just I think say with the media review no. Bra or chrono. We are Ghana Nipa na we need across. So I don't think most Ghanaians we had an expectation.
Really?
Of course. Because we didn't expect anything new. And unfortunately, nothing new came. Unfortunately, nothing new. Because meaning the other time new man, or they be a wit mac and the other time bomb and come you not any new so that can continue.
Introducing EVAT invoice scheme.
And then new one, and to obey more tax no.
And more tax.
And then new no. So you see, so sure, I'm and another down Kufuado, and now band sister Ghana for Kum Americano. There be a mechanic say, dear who on another who much as 10 me must see me. A braya rebel do your COVID-19 for P.R.O. Fad for P.R.O. Yare na ye bet pie mu se Ghana ni bia fa na mu amra ye de COVID-19 fan no na na do down kwa yare na aba kwa mama so ye mu grant ye so so adwumafo asene ne individuals an kran asene no ye na na do de yare tax pass an be share ye kon to me no tese yare na even ne ye say ye shede ni okwa ye twa ho tax onyama woto nyina COVID-19 tax da so se bia ho check ye ehim we are still paying for the sickness. Yare na eku Ghana for. Emo modwuma say well be minimum average Daniel better so when the impact of the yare no, especially from the lockdown from a sorry to him for obi yane de. I be pressure stand by some more because you na crofo depend where you so no. What they say? Also esa di kakaka we be na sa the buan crofo. Ye wie yare pressure tua ho tax na na do dan crop na ye bi. Me hu aban bia wo ye bi. Enti so aban no e the tax for be ye news. Because no do am ye hu say.
Na enye tax for.
Well, the point is
say was a VAT here to
that. Now electronics you are saying. Nyamisha no. What I say, Nyamisha na djuma power. You buy see be wo mu ni.
My member we sunti o. Who say the finance minister called parliament now catch and say on my about 6 things anam so my ho akire yan. Ewo.
Me be ba to the ma menko be ba.
Be some bobo so kakra.
You the bobo be kan be ba.
Mutie no so na what was. Yeah. I say lingering effect of COVID-19 pandemic. Creating or credit rating downgrade and negative investor sentiment. Induce of Russia-Ukraine war. Tightening financing condition for emerging market like ours. Revenue shortfall since January 2022. And global inflation and interest rate at 40-year high. SARS 6 and our demand. Why? Your situation I won't see here. Twas mommy.
Now, I want to answer me, but to what boy this was about na the omuni. There be a can say leadership is seen in crisis. Who person will be a good leader, and your brand name normal and a leadership. So as a chicken na on a normal road so. But who could team and not do baby a rough road and baby anya. I only use some power nim dear or church in one. They are started to be an finance minister idiot or basuna or pay economy no. Or pay your economy, no? Yes. I mean, certainly you will be but your true skills are or competence will be no. It's so when there are crisis. And to say who crisis in who say, Papa no bompa. Because they will train COVID-19 part of the buy. What's the difference between no any revenue shortfall? No? These are the impact of the COVID-19 because one, you close borders. That's what I say. Near was kebab economy nimu any the kind of even export no ye ni economy no the revenue back from And it will be an average person. So even individually, yeah, to you my it's a lot done. When could do join yes and revenue will perform. And so the moment I woke up COVID-19, you know, we are looking at the impact. So how is the impact? COVID-19 has a sickness, yes. Because advances or high expenditure or near moon, pronounce also told Niema, a friend is saying. Hospitals in Niema. So expenditure high. These are things we know. A total COVID-19 impact in him. But we also know. Since COVID-19, we say business, Kagana and Faswa Chamba and Bia will be asset. Oh, yes. But the unfortunate thing is up to now, you think we're see, Kaba or mining from the IMF need, by Banema, buy it, and I said to told you, say, Kaba, Nanado don't cook for the same. It's COVID-19, ah, Senka yet really, Jumasan, yeah. We are not even here talking about impact of COVID-19. So, for instance, you saw we win a year in so about 10 million. Now, bro, be 20 billion. I hear the car about not 2 ways in him. But yeah, she's the car about the same. But who want contact him? After another don't me more contact. What do you mean, kind? Say, you talk of unity, car boy, ye, see, cancer by ye, and to free my own impact about my money. Now, I don't mean, can't say, and do a talk of unity, I'm not to because he can't about said also. That's the one. And Tameka said one. And to show you more boy in a 2 who better credit rating. Yet to my money at a tea. Say a bonus bossing a bambi bobona in Guasia. Nay, yet is castle as a common day at the Yantibo Maimu. Intinay Shessa Bambi Beba. Internal generator funds shall mind be a loopholes war. I found one corruption. At 2021, according to auditors reported by, yes, was 12 billion to corruption. And in that time, I bind the e-levy, but said, no, e-levy is not the solution to our problem because what on what I'm at 12 billion, free one year. What's over the e-levy, 6 billion. That's the only solution. Because Kantana said to you, that's also the consumer. And about the you're not solving it. The first thing we need to do is to sit down. Near shares a fund and loopholes no why. I'm a quino, it's only the uni. 1 year, new year, but I'm not telling you, and intimate Jessica, and a economy now. Make a year, support a year, because the solution is not getting more money, but the solution is not stealing the loopholes, no. What you say? That's what we said. So we are not surprised. Even with the e-levy, in fact, there was a time, let me tell you, I'm A+. Or can say be some of us fiercely fought against the e-levy process. It's not the solution. No, in another government said expenditure is too high, unnecessary expenditure.
You didn't support the e-levy,
of course. I don't even realize one more. But the point is, some people came up to say, "Oh, let's support because choosing between IMF because that's one of the argument they did. Choosing between IMF." Any young that was one statement from A+ made. And to know as much as in principle this e-levy, he will support e-levy because 1% require IMF. But that was one of the arguments. And then I know that can say, who plans to be defending another, who defended the Megu anymore. And now you tell e-levy, you did the IMF Abubuano. That's the point. So you see that clearly, they've not even sat down to even check, but be a problem now. So it's like or more try so maybe. But you see, as leaders, you see that's sometimes we can't win a miracle. And people are will say Jamaica to MALIK. Led by President Nana Kufuor. That was the time the NPP could now boldly say we have the men. That was the time of Ghana near Hepe Krano. They put to us that we will take Ghana out of Hepe. And they did it. Now watch it. This same NPP, I can tell you in confidence, we can't even say they have the men or the boys. Some of them are even toddlers. I'm sorry to say this. Because we share more question there. A question about all your journey. No only more one. Now one want to kiss a one abena name and what to ever see him. No, this too, Aguso. Tell you, your boy was a mono, Aminos, and some from procedures. And why at this show you or Sanjay procedures, San and another Momoye. They don't sit down to plan anything, they will bring it out. So for instance, almost somebody task different, Lazio task. There's no start as more, or we would that Copan capacity, and they should say more, no Sabbath. Yet, now we are a friend is saying, Oko Porter, benchmark values in some baby by Rabbi, yes, I'm one, no, the Copan Copassi, I did almost have a review. Yet, now no papa do chumba, was a friend in cross school, crampo dear, Yabayano, more friend is saying, send me say, we are stakeholders consultation one, maybe. That's why I'm Yamashino, Nipana, no, Jumano. You couldn't even consult them. The moment you brought it up, no, it's not possible. I from say a saying. Now yet now no e-levy, mobile e-levy in a solution. More the e-levy to IMF and your solution. Problem even IMF too is not a solution. We should like go back to another nation or time maybe some of us believe in that statement. Ghana you will sit up. Yet it's a common we believe in that statement.
Apostle, when you this the situation we are in now, no any reasons our mama you do baby because our mobile 2017 no. Now things were moving on. 2018 we were moving on well. 2019 we were moving on well. And then any COVID ni sa nyoma baye. Wunji ni sa COVID no. Any senior example of mine say Ukraine Russia war ni nyoma na de ahocho na brain. Wunji ntum sa.
So I've spoken about this. I'm trying to say in crisis need leadership.
Okay, so you agree that
course,
this thing's not
leadership.
So show what you can do.
Leadership you can do to how so leaders this the time what you sampa who nim there you come at ideas. Every idea of the every E-levy. Look at how they defended E-levy. Against the will of many Ghanaians. You introduce it, and now you came back to tell us 11 crowns solution. So the solution are going back to IMF.
But they raised more than 93 million.
They did solve the problem. So our problem are we trying to now massage the issue or want to solve problem? Government is empowered to solve problem of the ordinary Ghanaian. We are not there to manage the problem and to massage the problem. Oh, Kasa, we need the solution. Some of us say no. E-levy is not the financial. It's not the solution to we. Money who ye must no and look at even the Papa and Ingresia to my Ghana. Say a parliamentarian airport and their parliament. E-levy won't you. Nina be ye said, ya Papa can for reata the door yeah but E-levy said that's a real tongue crocodile. No tongue we need na bomba. And then the problem in and the E-levy no ye manifest who ye E-levy 19 day. Yes, they are the almost come say Russia Ukraine war. They tell me raho. Now see a rating about my or more economy from pano. Yeah, boy and Ghana the number 4. Ukraine for na bomb air to Tom Chrome the number 8. So no bomb will turn Chrome no or no crap perform better than you. Now the point is that they as a president and that's all mine. You better as a Russia Ukraine war air for Ghana. When you said there was an audio, video where trendy. J.O. one guy be a worker on near US sponsorship, with a fertilizer company in Ghana. Yeah, Papa Great Minister catch and said, no, that was 5 years ago. I buy the CB and into no to me and money. Or profitability. I think I can even get the video for you. Okay. Watch it.
Okay.
All because we'll be we are complaining about fertilizer. These are all incompetent.
I'll come back to you, Medasi Pa. Ogusa wo hwe Kantanka TV. Akwansosem Doboa ana ye de bra wenda memendano pe ye discuss 2022 media review budget. Monday no finance minister e de call parliament e de call to nyina yenim. Apostle akana samewe. Mzabemba Mamintie wants to take. I don't know whether also meet expectations na or the buy na now expectations no finance minister to me meet you na
from the onset how many minutes now the mode na
me 10 minutes so yes
they will be to me kasa 18 minutes no be kasa 10 minutes
apostle yen chen me say apostle yen chen 10 but I would for 10 na yen go why yeah forgive me for
finance minister say constitutional obligation say Obeko Parliament.
Yeah.
Na tisenia wa udi kan esete intro no. Wakwa akobo manfo amane how the economy has felt free November 2021 our be present 2022 budget. Na wahwe se tisenia wo kan ye na sika mo de ma yen de aye. Na senia wo bobo so no kan bibi efa the impact of COVID-19. Afi credit rating eno nso amando do na akofom. Russia and Ukraine war and global inflation. It is very critical as well global inflation because in Ghana inflation, global inflation is 40 years high. And Ghana inflation is 40 years high. Global inflation, and everybody who understands inflation know what inflation do to economies and currencies of the world. Now, answer na me proceed. Until we know certain in stage say this is the global situation. And in most cases, affecting Ghana. Affecting Ghana, and this is the result. Na ye ni pesi na there is a post. Me pese me setting as a preamble to my discussion.
From where?
It was jointly issued by ILO, International Labour Organization.
Okay.
FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. IFAD, International Fund for Agricultural Development. And WHO. a World Health Organization.
Okay.
Who Google it was the title here, Impact of COVID-19 on People's Livelihoods, Health, their health, and our food systems. Between October 2020. Next year, or say the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide and presents an unprecedented challenge to the public health, food systems, and the world of work. The economic and social disruption caused by the pandemic is devastating. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty, while the number of undernourished people, currently estimated at nearly 690 million, could increase by up to 132 million by the end of 2020. Millions of enterprises, millions of enterprises face an existential threat. Nearly half of the world's 3.3 billion global workforce are at risk of losing their livelihoods. 3.3 billion global workforce are at risk of losing their livelihood. Informal economy workers are particularly vulnerable because the majority lack social protection and access to quality health care and have lost access to productive assets.
It's a fact. I mean,
yes, Ghana lives in a global economy and we are not isolated. For example, let's take Russia-Ukraine war. And I know Russian ambassador issue statement say, my statistics of Ediania Yekra if you are manone, Russia titulu any your friend say Ukraine. Na all the adjustapose the impact your friend is saying COVID no enya. Na yekase Russia-Ukraine war so. The Russia-Ukraine war no at the global shortage of your friend is saying grains, maize, wheat, especially maize and wheat. The whole world. It is not Ghana alone. What I say? Enti oko countries like Lebanon, omu kill and oma koto. Your friend is saying pano. Na udruwa senka obeto pano be se miensa. Yetim ka jo say de bia ma miensa. Ebe ma baako. Ana baako ne fa se ne be ya unua ma omaka. Enso be ba be nya biato. De e kire wo ne say oman bia ne nani da so se e bia oni national buffer. Na obekra bi e de a supplement no. Onya including Ghana me boana. Enti obia obeba be ka kire say oh na Russia Ukraine war oboano na say unsteady the global economic outcome. Onim it is either you know or you are pretending you don't know and unim but unim kra.
But na ye wo challenge simuda dada
challenge be na wom tell me the challenges we were in. Because every country has been in a challenge.
But they will
from
tell
the
you,
time I elected President Obama, okay, say America is going to build their own bridges. They are going to build their own classrooms and they are going to build their own roads and public buildings. President Obama 2008, it tells you, say even America, our 50 years, say in 50 years, he was going to build a transnational highway and they are linking all the 53 states in America. They had a problem. Until Obama time, they completed in 2000. But Obama time, he was still talking about bridges, hospitals, and public buildings. Which country in any crisis? Ghana has never, under any government, including Akufo-Addo, President Akufo said there are no challenges and crises. But Akufo-Addo situation has been worsened. Worsened not because of Ghana alone, but worsened because of the global impact of COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war there. But nobody can run away. In Ghana, yes, indeed, leadership is felt in crisis. And Akufo-Addo's leadership was felt in crisis. And he was named number 2 in how he managed Ghana's economy and the COVID-19. The whole world, number 2. Number 2 president and the number 2 nation in the handling of the economy. You see, my program is the first time I'm starting here. Sometimes when I come to program, I want to remain apolitical. Because me nyamba otiku
remain so.
Yes, and I remain so
yeah.
when I came here. But when I have a co-panelist, I'll person or twist the case here, then I'll wear my political color. Because he didn't call me here, say Mimra, na meka sama MPP.
Remain so.
That is not how you
don't
call
wear your
me.
political color.
So when I came here the last
Mr.
time,
BEMPAH,
I told
Mr.
you no.
Hold on, listen to me. Don't wear your political color. Let's have a national interest
because
story.
The last time I'm about,
let's have a national
I became so nationalistic. And you even told me, say, Mr. BEMPAH, I'm loving you this morning. You told me I want to. I'm loving you because I wanted to tell you.
Remain so.
Remain so.
Remain so.
But when co-panelists decide Akufo-Addo na say Akufo-Addo, no.
Remain so.
Because we have had governments before.
Remain so.
We have had governments in this country before. People have spoken. President Mahama, he's still speaking. But we witness his administration. So, Entiabasa, I wear my political color. Akufo-Addo was nominated number 2 by his peers across the globe as one of the presidents here. What you mean handle COVID-19? Number 1, less mortality. COVID-19 in Italy, in UK, in Spain, in America, in China, everywhere. People were dying. Ghana didn't have 2,000 mortalities. Why? Because of the way. The same thing. You are talking, said there, people were paid for not working under COVID.
That's true.
Ghana, for a year, public and civil servants were paid for all the period. I know what devastating. COVID be paid Ghana on the 12th of March 2020. And COVID be paid Ghana. From that time, could we call a lockdown? Serious. Public sector workers, while they were rotating, they were being paid for all the period until we are a peso. Government FR or no any sika, educate support to private teachers, any hoteliers, COVID inti, ye omedi, and they paid half of their salaries. We're in this country. Tell me around the globe, country or yes, obi ya papa ye ka, ni ne papa we born abaswa, ni abeka ne money. So why your papa we dear? Now so we are boni we ya, wo de kose wo papa no. Abema manfo mpo ewura fi. Ndu metna se na onka obi boni nko na ewura fi ni papa. What did the Americans say? Ghana is one of the countries with the lowest mortality rate under COVID. Nurses, frontline workers were given half of their salary as incentives because they were directly engaged in the combat of the COVID-19. They were at risk, their families were at risk. PPEs, PPEs, you been say no smarts in Kwa. Oko hospital, medical PPEs. Ebi ayasa cover us na no medicine. Empabwaso nko omedese call isolation and care management centers, any holding base, any mukiki na government goggles, all of them are disposal and disposable. And 2 years back we are no dispose. Abai timi toya the supply all medical facilities in Ghana and medical workers and they go with money. Until the global supply chain now it was disrupted. Sanya ILO, FAO, any WHO, it was disrupted not in Ghana alone, but across the world.
So your point
Ghana, my point is the impact is real. The impact of COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war on Ghana's economy cannot be underestimated by anybody today, anybody tomorrow, anybody the next years to come. Because it is not Ghana alone. Economy aba ama America for ayi akom Federal Reserves akoyi sika more than trillions. They were not talking in billions, trillions. They support to economy. Now so people try and I say and Akufo-Addo and I so be say disasters are not planned. Disaster you plan you say yesu earthquake besi. And then a technology aba me predict. Nti yesa ye evacuating crofo. International disaster obi ani ho 2019, 2017, 2018. No adwin ho say pandemic bi bebe wiase e be friend COVID. Nobody, including the advanced economists, ebe tu ewiase nyina putupuru. Enti eba ye no na anim the for friend novel. Brofokasa novel HSA de ebi nsida e ya de mono. Enti the mutations and the variants neba ade betin yesi we say ade betin yesi we Omicron ade betin yesi we say the World Medical na impo vaccines are about omode wo from the AstraZenecas to the Modernas to the Pfizers to everybody crown. Afe na ewiasefo nyina ye ho research ehun say me ye de wo me a. What would be the behavior?
The COVID is still there.
Yes.
Russia, Ukraine, are they fighting?
Yes. That is not what everybody is saying. Papa media or can say. COVID has had devastating effects on our economy.
Yes.
Ye buy no ye the 100,000 youth say more monapco. Nanka temporary no and so graduate unemployment no kakra. Na not the system no working according to say be amount 700 na. Now we adwuma na kwanda baby a ne apusi wa hye ho. Ye tumi apusi emu be 33,000 out of the 100,000. Nanso enam say efri sabre ko ye nya sika mfa en support sab program ni biem. Ye bejai nti omo a ye ntumi azobo no omo nko you start. You start ne abisa say what is you start? E dana me ba ya me kan ye. You start ye deben. Ebia sa opese o se wankasa wadwuma ase a me ye graduate mpese me ankasa me bie madwuma na me ye entrepreneur ye see you start me nkwai kwan na beboa me kwa ye be ma me loan ye de ma me na me ni collateral anye bia ye be ka se eye collateral free loan na ye wo bia eye business incubators on betimi a kire me se adwuma no se me ni hu nim de a me hya se a me nya ni sei na me hya se nkakra ne duru baby what are the areas you start ne cover ebia cover ICT cover agriculture, cover manufacturing, cover we. That is an alternative means here. Yeah, they transform economy. Yeah, we are now about employment. Or see government. market say and one district, one factory. A best 700 plus. Says here emu 178. Juma at various your friend is saying areas. What is the essence of 1D1F? 1D1F no was like cottage industries. Ya kwa menkroma penso. Omode bae. Enti se bia ye cassava processing factory. Ewo mimikro mukumewu a. Safa cassava processing factory no. Ye wo nuclear farmer. A ono no ye kwani kese a odua banche no. Ansa ne enya outgrowers a omu nsu dua. No omode ba na no me bo so kire o se president Kufuor penso. Ye ko cassava processing factory o bodua ase. Yeah, voice pop. A man for can say yes, a great initiative because now man for the banchi free techimine. A bit free can tamponi ho, about body as beton. What it means, and they say, see factory any be work can tampo, ye see be work.
Kakrabia or Kawa 1D1F no, or see 296 1D1F project are at various stages.
You cry the Matisum, 178,
so 296 1D, Mami, Pachoriana. 296 1D1F project at various stages of implementation. 125 factories are operational. Government will continue to support with technical assistance and access to credit.
Thank you. 125 in operational. Yes, they are here as interrogators, journalists, social commentators, media practitioners, civil society organizations, and even citizens. SHS say, where are the 125 operational 1DF? What is the impact in terms of its economy? Because me catch say factory no ayesi or hokeke no, and yet that is the rationale. And what say you to me young crofo a be create economic activity ama omo. And he said banchi na ye dua. And also me hu say me mikro me say bi wa me dua banchi 10 acres. Me the factory one factory for no ba no mo beto a. Ye work juice, minimum crime, work juice. Eku juice no, a pineapple. And this say me ko, na say me wa pineapple 5 acres ya. Eba, eku juice for ba beto. Me na me yoku ye ni menye sika. Menye bi ahwe me yire ne me ma. And anu me ba ye me kan Daku farms. Daku farms ebu akwa. Government are revamped by injection of 22 million Ghana cedis. Say see omo the capacity to produce 100,000 birds a day. And this 100,000 birds a day, no kwa ebu akwa, tanoso, any kura and fancy, any crona at your Wesiana. A quaben efa so near robu in San Crofon or more. Na me man semi quiet and cook 500. Okay. Where quiet 200. Okay, so Bakusa 18 minutes. Oh, no. I'll come back to you. No, hold on, please. Please. Michelle, I'm na who say enye factory ne ho keke ne mu ho aba mfaso amma surrounding communities e create economic activity e manipa ho ha ho eno na ese edi ani so ne interrogate say enema na aba be ka no because you can't come and tell me say you transform the economy in 2.5 years omreko ami hu aduane a wodi asija so aye no a
meba ho na ya behwe the way forward
no na mu say aduane ne bia menya bia na economic
I'll come back to you Apostle. So concerning the budget and the matters arising, what do we do as a nation? Fenomami. 5 minutes.
I think it's a main content.
For 5 minutes, we are
also do another one. A being well.
I see a man 2.5 years.
And I made I'm told I know those who could just to say, "Food, me try upon me chaffa, let me chaffa them year by 5 numbers year." The pan.
We into me in a political
way. Finance minister, so.
Okay.
Sir, so would one no way a donor, a being well. Put your phone who wants to time so me chaffa. Let me see and let me triple her by 5 numbers year.
By some more details.
And I made sure by the time I'll be so sick and more beside, and I've been second when you come for second to tell you. Every indication just said this economy. To person say, why are we even going to IMF? That's a simple question.
Some main reason.
So now this reason is no. Why IMF program no crown for so time and will be free. And you know this kind of conditionalities. The NPP4 at the time on Basso, Ebema IMF be a demon. And that's what I'm saying. So, what the throne near my boomaya, what I see, and near my baby better, they begin to cerebral.
I'll say, why IMF? Adverse impact of COVID-19.
Ghana, the impact negative or positive? What are the impact negative or adverse impact? Negative impact.
Maybe.
No, but what change me? Negative impact.
May kind of be actually. Ghana is facing a challenging economic and social situation amid increasingly difficult global environment. Okay. The physical and the death situation has severely worsened following the COVID-19 pandemic. And I can say, impact of Russia-Ukraine war on cost of living, slowing economic growth, accumulation of unpaid bills, a large exchange rate depreciation, and a surge in inflation. Right. In addition, the global economic shock caused by the war in Ukraine is hitting Ghana at a time when the country is still recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, shocked and with limited room for maneuver.
Into winner now or Timmy Crum became airton in him. I said, Bonnet of Mano said, you're kind in I didn't know patch say at all, my Ghana. Bonetoffen, we do not kind of no Bonetoffen.
I say COVID-19 in Russia.
And
not Ghana, of course, and am I watching?
Yeah, can't the current situation. I see, and this one can the Ghana. The current situation is saying, on another, and that's the point. The wooden car, just a Ghana current situation as an economy, no. Somewhere, economy not a tap answer. No, I bet you know. It's not the kind of now, kind. Bonnie tough team. No, now what Timmy come between who the financial kind say, or by Ghana, your economic situation at tap and some, and what it's him. They take on not a tap and some. And two possible for much it's him. And one I'm assuming, because you say different thing. Yet you. What does it? One is my tears as a Ghana con not a tap and some. And what be who the tea at a tap and some. And what they're service or see anyway. American, my daughter says, some no boss of clan in the movie. For you train them more bomb air talk or more than number 8. Your economy at the Tapanzana, Ghana, the number 4 or no cry, a pen at the Tapanzana on the way. The necessary as of mine. So there says a one in Contempo from a moon. Near no credit, any no crack a back. Very important. You see, I dear about say TSC. Them are not a mobile 11, no one say economy address, no one. Are you at my point? So Uber can't tell me say a China would do because we no bar, we ma. Now what Jimmy Vie? I dear chance I said the mail which I'm intro. Intro that's the analysis on here. And I'm coming because support it say, yeah, be quiet MFD and Kane support it. Near levy. They come to us to say, so one sister there about one thing. Are you at my point? So what try intro? 2, Uber time said Ghana, you see, cover your mind. It's young shows and another, but one of the things I know what Ghana for and my one time I definitely Nigeria say, wow, this is the kind of president we need. Was it Ghana beyond 8? On mine no or say to 2 years near my years say young carbon thing. As some of the baby say young can near my back you know another buy. What me to come say intentionally. You see, one last Monday I was here and I said it. Life should be led intentionally. And yet, nyame betre any edibu man. Tena me my adwene no. And I'm over na some man ye dia to kwan mu a ye timi silipi say based on ABC the ye ho aba ebesuo ni ene me de papa bempa e de ye no se mu no kwa nya mfansi ja so wo wi o da se 2 minutes mo ba bene a me ju de enye ye hu anamo bi asaban wo de agu akwan mu what ya say time ana issue ba ye na ye kan na mama na Ghana fo an hwe akatua se mu se wo hwe na se kra hwe nkrofo pola
I also maybe says what do we do
and I make sense no credit ni em country o man
near me here no
two
yes
yenye intentional about say bebu man yi mama ka be chara wo say o man mu say
fenu wie mama
do you know say and no mo do ya mo Ghana ha be dwane ko Nigeria because Nigeria man hye say afi ye twa importation what you say enti say udua mo Nigeria ye be hwe na to yetia northern region for udua mo private companies NSC we enti udua mo no krasant ye ba beto powder rice no kran etimi good dem be wan ye no obi ametoy enti ka ban wa ba intentionally no and shebe na wo ye wo cross bi bi cross wo what can want this one for three now I wanted to even hit on that who did video they want the various stages of we and one certain politician can me ma sheme e bi okra fe ni akwaja asase kwenya hu people we e say the council various stages but you beba ho won't mean any intentional way because say me boa my more akroso who you be soon Russia Ukraine because at the ni bi e do o ma bia ye kra intentionally and shebe na ya ye to reduce all this what they planting for food and jobs buy ye who you then here kofa and crofo mo no I don't know one guy many na we university oh no crowd and so kwaji hu sita me wan ka twa be fancy and ka bio ye nsen ka twiafo no ye kwa say ja BEMPAH add 10 acres of rice ye 100 acres what do be 50 acres of maize ye bon more de 200 acres mo anka mo ye bi dada no e na dis ka be de e be support mo na abo intention say ye nim say by the time be we mo include ye bi dan ye dis akono mu ye na the food soldiers am na plant for food and job plant na we ye nya food ye nya job no kwa the jiga
medasi
and do ase ne
ma medasi Mr. BEMPAH fe we mami what do we do 5 minutes ye fe we na ye the next
what
issue.
Do you do
yes as a nation the necessary
last 2 weeks last 2 weeks they made in edition and one of the best programs
thank you thank you
and me cool mo repeat your mention I love you so much
thank you so much
program
and then last week to one but I will answer here fine and now one can do we nya
I like last 2 weeks but
okay
it was fantastic
thank you
but the same last 2 weeks
where are we going as a nation where do we do in person share political
even Reverend Aboboson
you political career
yenye so much dependent on obi because obi ye na aduane woni fie na ehun hwa etufa ahwenim na ye o de ye wakono na wankwa ankoto ingredients na so ama menu bia owie na odi wi a ehwa na emefa ahwenim bia mu ndi se wo ye economy a tane ne ma wi na o se ehweso nti abane ne ma na odi agu akwan mu na kwan be na obefa so obeye last week me buy me kan bibi last week sorry me ka say adenti na ye o man a ye tu sika akọ efi gogesi abenso na nso sika na ye tu no ehun ensunsu aso ye hu no o man yi mu nipa dodo se na omuko university na omuko sua HWERE any gold crafts na ye nkola bremu na ye wo goldsmith a omudi gold sika akọ diamond na ade omudi bo ornaments wa ye bibi ko made wa ye bi petia enkene ya technology ko na ni obetimi aye bi watch obetimi aye bibi obia nti uba Ghana ha gold ye ho mfaso me kan bibi say aban so obesi agenda 111 hospitals 80 district hospitals a omuni district hospital no we see new 6 regional hospitals or regions here you create in foforo now
I see agenda 111 as a related the implementation of the Agenda 111 project, comprising 101 district hospitals, 7 regional hospitals, and 3 psychiatric hospitals. 87 out of the 111 sites are at various stages of construction. Contractors given advance mobilization to speed up work.
Reverend planning me can Reverend my bon apostle sorry send na apostle planning wasem no e kwa be ne plan e fa so plan ne nya advantage me de hia me kra ne say 87 no kra na de ye adwuma ye wi a empa ye de besim so ye kwa kokra free China ni Korea na ana say ye be commission Ghana for wo de yam for technical schools any technical university as say say polytechnics and say technical university wo de fansa mpa ne ye ni bi ye nkonko tobi ne ye pese ye de ba no Say na ya na pozu ko use afoye no. Ne yemfa mbre wo mo se mpa ye DC hospital ni. Sample 10. Monhwe so ye the governor's pipe ne niema ene ye de ye na munye bi. Nti ebe wie no na 88 hospitals na edi various stages of construction no. Eno kra na edi adwuma ye ntimi ansi 111 ni nyina. Say a average of 40 beds are multiplied by 88. So Ghana for omombe no omunya adwuma nya na. Sika na nke de bekra no se beka o manimu. Enti saa ne ma na ebobo so kan mo a very fantastic idea na no me ba ye mekan. Saa de nti e na ye ntumi nya akuafo. So so be planting for food and jobs. So me wo more 10 acres and 5 acres. Ye nya nuclear farmer ye wi a ye see rice mill. Sana lata for ye no ntumi nkokra mo free Thailand, Singapore and baby and for Nigeria. Omo no mo ya na omo alebo ebi efiri ha and no omo di omo bibia. And look at the Nigerian's population. Getting to 200 million people. Omo atimidi omo mo, it retains the money in their economy. And yama sa na ese na Reverend Bisa say e-levy. Say e-levy ba yenko ayeme. E-levy ni Bisa say ba ya na. A projected 6 billion amounted to just a little under 10%, 93 million. What's here nuntima nko IMF? The minister told you say sikana ma also te say I now again see.
Say one of the policy but am I blame you?
No, you have to blame, but don't say no by ntima nko IMF. It didn't come. Ama Entina the other alternative in Nisamiko, Namikoji balance of payments and supply because when theater not you, a baby anyway, you know, didn't my mini papesika wabo no good them. And yaji revenue. And Jokato said there has been a revenue shortfall across the group because you man could be by me at the tax and onyabium. Dobekra near Mefia man on near Bami at import duty what am happen on Timmy Cranium and Bium. And the Abanico first can away. That also me. The last one or Kaya. Me pese. Me ba munisa o say president any CK free IMF any nema nema we refi say kenofuriate ya parliament for someone on emergency question e ma ni ko yi anu answer na budget review beba o say sika e ba for covid IMF there World Bank there 19 billion o yimu 12 billion expended no covid related expenditure oriye no or the 7 billion and support to budgetary support 7 plus 12 and 19. They are can say ubeko details in you say COVID related no would you way then would you normal line items. But ubejina normal shipping's general statement say sika banya agro e di besi no manpani akufo do mebu wan konta omuya. It is infatua. Na ko kan ni parliament ka say unkwa na dwi oti because this is infatua.
Mr. BEMPAH
Parliament 19 billion received, 12 billion spent, 7 billion for budgetary support. Everybody is right. So provide the details of the 12 billion. We are right. So provide even the details of the 7 billion budgetary support. We are right. Unless you have other figures, you can come and say, President, but the President has rendered the accounts through the finance minister on the floor of Parliament.
KANTANKA TV, baby, I will be on your Simon Achimo, baby. I hope baby, I will be. You are enjoying the discussions. Akwansosem, Doboa, and Debra Midi, Eddie MALIK, RAMZY, Yashe, Yastati, and Yashe, National ID card, ne, SIM registration link, ne, matters arising, Yakanka Crow, Yako Parliament, Monday, Finance Minister, Yako Parliament, discussions, 2022. Budget review or the kotuja ano na mpenimfu achiro madwin ewo ho ende anope ye move on na yahwe free senior high school obi mo say yamfa nsanka no kakra na aye burden ato oman yesu minim sa woni omo ye adwen saa finance minister call parliament no nia okan wa free senior high school ni o say invested in the future of our children through the free senior high school, where 5.3 billion has been spent to enable 126,496,000 students have access to secondary school education. That is free senior high school. 5.3 billion since its inception, and I say since 2017. Now you can free senior high school now. Ubika Chem say senior high school is more expensive than primary, sa even tertiary. enanka yenkwohwehwe bebi na yemfan ye na obi si no free senior high school bebo obi mu say omo mbetumi etua no yenhwe na yentua ibi mu ho mbetumi etua but they are all enjoying okọ parliament now say no touch obi ani ho de nsa beka free senior high school I am a fuba yo ka kire mu free senior high school will continue nobody will touch it but Mr. BEMPAH, we pesa me no start it first. And also me ma another 10 minutes, please. Yendi super pair mami anti make. No, yes, I no. No, me kon 40. Me ankasa me bisa na 70 e 40 and me dey start it. Free senior high school no minim. First of all, promise I people for the man. Omo ba na nkofo nim say oh, yan twan kakra. Omo ba power papa September and almost start here. I burden at 2 minus 1.
Saya bedia me sure senka finance minister
950 please.
Enti me de menyi ni say burden. E wo mu say decision bia aban bia be taking or man bia be taking. It goes with challenges. Enti untimi implement senior high school, free senior high school for that matter. According to statement
yes,
126 million beneficiaries.
Yes. More than that.
More than that, but me man approximately 126 million beneficiaries. Emenya face challenges. Ena was spending 5.3 billion. And inka ye say 5.3 billion no kay what percentage of GDP? Me famuno. So we share ye GDP, ye revenue projections ni nema. We 5.
No, me pacho 1,261,495.
1 million.
Yes.
126.
No, 1,261,000. 1,261,495.
495.
Yes.
Okay, and our benefit.
Yes.
Over 1.2 million beneficiaries in the 126.
No.
They're incorrect.
Yes.
And 5.3 billion.
Yeah.
5.3 billion. And like American, what is the percentage in terms of our GDP?
Okay.
Okay, revenue projections.
When can you levy bet me to you?
Nanka you levy and the projected revenue.
Yes.
But does it mean say Nancy uti food shortages? Any food crisis, Charles Barbontin, but Abana Sambim, or managing the senior bear food shortages, Nina Man Emma. Abana or any program, or no, say, I won't touch it.
Yeah. Because
at the president, no, Akumaso. I won't touch it, yes. And they say, you won't touch it there, any baby says, and you can't be now fast or obey any year. Nasa won't touch ya, a bit to me a coso. Na etumi aboa na one nkola omko school no ombenya aduane edi ni bremu omo textbooks so I say the best supply omo free omo enya oniema hodo a ewo bill ne so a sala aban tua no obetua na yasanso a guarantee quality education is very important because quality education no na se waje agum na nipa na ekwa ade a ebia ebeha nti eno na wo say civil society organizations any ye media ye hwe na ye support say aban se on touch free senior high school na IMF obaye no omaka say ye program ye ni ye ba ho abeje balance of payment support by a project ye nim say ebeboa ye no untimi fa onsa meka IMF no anya say okwa no aka say ye we na ofiti ya na so be yi wo no betena se no negotiate nti no e na negotiators ni ko no ma kire domestic problems your friend said domestic initiatives, any projects I undertake here, your person or mine no, ye name the benefit the baby into solar no, ye maintain I think free senior high school account. But when you have free senior high school, maybe say there are a lot of things I bet me take advantage of free senior high school. Ama boy. Because 1.2 million no, there, they say I fan say be cool. Into young fan say at every point in time, and Colado do saying and from Form 1, education Form 3, or more school more. If they are just a little under 700,000 kra, eduania or mubedi, it's a team creative business. Nanka sayen planting for food and job, a room. Because you want na food buffer stock. Buffer stock for the SO mutu free for no master. Now omo their supply free senior high school for no. Enti sa chain nube kreti. And in so you need medua bro, medua mo, medua ebia bayre ntosi. Atosodia hudu obia. The national food buffer stock for better. Me wa resemu enkola no so benya aduane adi. Enti ameka se aduane ashoto. Obi okopo kofa nam, obi oye nam ne niama fish, any ebia sardines, any ade. Enti sa and aduane no kra de mankola na ebenya ni nyina wo school mu. Afi e bad dex enkola itena so a. Emudu do sen and I know na me ka kire wo say ebeye me say ebeye me areho ebeye me niwo say me DC ebia sekire kumawu na me anya hwe kura me nim say sekire kumawu e otwebo kodua secondary school ye wo banko senior high school ukọ drobonso a omudi day senior high ba ko aba e na yesan wo dwenti e de enso wo bodomase enti ebia me DC ya me ho nko ano ne ami minim ebia na bi kura kan ye wo 5 senior high schools e wo say me as district chief executive mitimi ye initiative bi through aban no na mitimi ka carpenter fo a omo wo district ho nyina bom na ye routine maintenance say enkola a omo need desk ye be provide bi ama omo including primary schools any senior high schools enkola a omo need desk ye be provide bi ama omo a omo ni ye friend saying cupboard any name be provide nti e betimi aba masika no krampa aban de be ma contract no obi di aye dex na be retain wo wa carpenter form wo mi jurisdiction omo anya adwuma ye nti sa free senior ke wo nkura bata bebre betimi abo oman no how we are managing it is very important. How are we ensuring quality education?
Are we managing it well?
Management in there for the fact that said there are challenges. There are challenges because entimi ma say ebedu brebi ni asakin kola mun ko tenefie ebia bretrano mun betenefie no is as a result of ebia eduani eni ho ana bibi esa there management no ntumi nka say perfect pe solutions to the management na ensure quality education because na kufuado ne botaye o de buy so de be free senior high school ni say we should get a middle level manpower Gana ni bia be stop Gana nkola omo ba no ebeduru mrebi no be hia obi no ba bia odi na education abeso free senior high say owo senior high education. But senior high education should not be senior high education for senior high education sake. Then when I say senior high education, betimi prepare no man dey aye bibi. Yen ko O level ni A level. That system no e build yen. E ma data we O level crowd timi ko people teacher. A level crowd obetimi akọcha dey wo secondary school ni nema nema. Ebinum na mu an odi A level be ye adwuma as civil or public servant. Or the graduate ya call the maybe my professors any bibia. And it's a to me build this system ni senior high education. No, it me achieve the results and quality that it deserves. Now kolani be no and read, write, pass and go. Nemum a career education base. Kolani be to me anya ni career. Now obeba be ye useful citizen. And education ni bet me lay ni hands on something. I de be bro o mana kone ni mudia. Enya dia ye policy fun nemum no the management review is not there wrong. Review doesn't mean cancellation. Amam for adwen say obi betimetua yemani ntua. I remember some time ago finance minister can say who aba ne ntua who no de ntua na obi de onfa ni free because you are taxpayers, but nevertheless o can say ya bo fund special fund Ghana yenkoye ni mo minister can say ya bo fund Owofo a osusu say or the capacity to pay. Yama the your friends account number of that fund. Yentua ne information fund. Na no oba also obi entua penny. But obi ba yen review yama awofo ntua. O say yes. Enye government policy say ye be mo obi etua, but from your own volition. Osusu say we owofo a obako senior high school. Ubetime tua betua obi entua. Enti omo ka say yama awofo ntua no. Where are they? Ono no atimi identify obi obetimetua no ono ade onim so ntimi ntua da why is he saying it
so woji review ni tuma wo hwa ye ne dan ana nka be ye
review no meji tuma
because everything is free
number
from
one,
school uniform up to eduane
number 1 no yen hwe omo ekwan omo fa soko ene ekwan omo break no omo academic calendar no say medu mre bi num say traffic light ene nema there are some inconsistencies memeba beneficiary of senior high school on Fansipim.
Okay.
Minchi minchi me ha no abefie. Ko bia do say that dey amakwan ye be call 2 weeks 2 months 2 weeks time. Ebi o timi be fie 2 weeks. Now bisa say na mo system no te sen because there should be consistency. I wo mu akola ni be hu say ye go school your first term, second term, third term. Enti minim say first term no akwaman no and now me kwa kudi ofie swakakra second term no so relatively swakakra but third term dey long vac says that time ne they say unhu long vac unhu medium vac and unhu short vac and no say review mam ebem na ye consistent ya ebeye
okay
funding aban to mimra out no me kan kire yen say what are the stated funding they call free senior high school but what you say
yes
inti e basa ye be hu say every year bia this is the line items ya yinya
so uka status na just say breaking it down
specifically
sika okay
yes
okay
yes because 5.3 billion no where did it come from
okay
na enkoba say
so the source
yes
of
the source
funding.
of funding for free senior high be a sustainable source me nyintumu say e wo say da bia ye yisika ye boro na ye de ko fund senior high
okay
se be ko bobo sia de be fund senior high de ni ntwam but from the way things na e bia be ko budget mi na there are certain borrowing ye de fund senior high
okay
because untumi ti say na me chance ko si jusu ko ye aduane edi na so me ba ho abeje nam mako apostle ho akoji ntosi amako na mako bi furo akoji nchin asa na obi ama mbanche eni kuntomire na me de anu aduane adidi a se ne na me nye so sufficient me se me ko nu aduane ma me nu aduane
wo ye break world record yes you time no break world record
se na hu sa man for yes style na enti me de me no se wu na waka chem se me tam aso de a na me so se me tam aso na
wo de wie ma me a minute and 1 minute wie ma me
se bia ono obi na ono
camera 1 minute wie ma me and 1 minute wie ma me
enti nyambesa me kan say
yes
Yema free senior high no entwamu I disagree.
Okay.
Review I am for.
Okay.
But review no ye review ni saying because answer na be review bibi ni ehun bottlenecks. Aha na bottlenecks wo ye pese improve. Aha na we wo ye pese ye afi the outcomes no. What are the expected outcomes na nye dia etumi dia ba na. Etumi ye ni sa free senior high school policy. It's one of the deliberate no because a dear deliberate life is like deliberate policy abansi mimi policy ni mimi dear me pencil say Ghana nkola ko school free and former tinya ko free consistent from fienum deliberate policy
me da say entina me ba ho no
deliberate intervention captain or constitution deliberate
me da say wo article 25
deliberate
me da say wo article 25 of the 1992 constitution. I'm reading from the 1992 constitution is here. That's why I'm reading. Article 25, talk about educational rights. Or see, all persons shall have the right to equal educational opportunities and facilities and when with a view to achieving the full realization of that right. Basic education shall be free, compulsory, and available to all. Basic education.
And the word is
SHA. Secondary education.
Fantastic.
Is in secondary education in its different forms include technical and vocational education shall be made generally available and accessible to all by every appropriate means, and in particular by the progressive introduction of free education. You fancy here, I mean, higher education. No? I'll come to you. Apostle, free senior high school, maybe so way, yes or no? No, we are for or against? You are against, okay. And the Yankee constitution, you can I
time na mama na metimi asha se o nyame show say what me asha time na mama
and to be 10 to time don't argue with the time. Let's move on.
Mama started.
Yeah, let's move on.
Mama started.
Mr. BEMPAH, senior high school review or not review, na yansha issues. 10 to na we. Please 10 to na we koso.
Eja answer na meba hon mama nka watwe ni ha na san. Osi santa de me kan say o defend ni pa o defend o menye ya de bia defend wasa da chekere wo ho. Me ro kan say COVID expenditure mai. Eja BEMPAH ba so wo mo de aba na oba ya oba ka say o spend 12 billion wa ha. We wa ha but no you no ka say break down MI.
So waka onu aka.
Hold on. Eja say what this 10 million mama.
Okay.
Na makwa issue but dem ba yam so me say kwa details ma ya o ma me any breakdown because details na be me hu ba bia kron wo ye ntia na obi call na Brazil what say to 20 dok no free Ghana ha $20 Ghana even a breakdown ne ba na hu ba bia kron no ye den na say ye ka ne tra me 20 million kwa ha me 10 million kwa na any explanation
okay
into me sell absent na explanation my the so on one can to so now the point is we na we can say 11 but pacho u phone no we send momo.
Why not?
What you be so far 11 what that to be?
Yes.
It's 11 no pacho aba na mai.
Aba.
That is it. Enti Mr. Baby, ye education. He levy about. Now watch it. The boy in the was a crown baby on what the end day, One now what na see you. Eja ya mama busa o say. Me paucho. Me o kasa me edit tro.
Sure.
O kasa me. Say o kasa me say ha me. Be me trot for me edit this now. Man you me time.
Dey na guase.
Man you me time.
Mr. Bempa, please trot to we are. You be more time.
Ana me ma pen.
Me
ma pen ana.
Oh please, let's be serious, please. Yen serious kakra Mr. Mo.
O kasa me ha me. Because me must me kind na be here no. Go for me kasa first. Me edit tro me so do huni. Eja di huni. Mr. Oh yes, I know say ni patot.
Dey na e man ye ni guase. No, you mentioned ni guase. What makes it any guase?
Enye Ghana for na can say you betwe 12 billion ma ban. And 6 billion ma ban ye kan na meboa. Ye mpanyinfo na say atena say plane. Na ye main nhihya ya ni hwemu ya ye kire say 11 benya say na afrim hwe ni bi yo. Dem that plan anyway no. Na so what when you guase abeto ni say once one plan ye. That's the point. But the best the channel no. Na say the project say wo benya no. Ani ye kasa nya no kro wunya. Udi etinye so benya. Wo sase wo enya. So it means your planning no complete. I'm very much about planning in life. Because your problem is first say on panyinfo a omo jante trom take decision. Because show me that we here to make that projection say me beji 11 tell you na menya abosumi be 600 million. It na year menya over 6 billion. Part one at this stage e show me by minimum million etie. No, when are your plan? And I will try who buy and ask where nya and Rasiama yentias in to aso. But what I say, entinya Ghana for na anye e first was now me ba free SHS money.
Who tie bi?
Na so send mo kwa da beti ye beto.
Na say limit bi wo ho.
Na me so send.
Obi mu say omu ntua.
O send mo kwa de ye beto.
No, nye mo kwa.
Na so ntwa na so nsumu mo. Me nsumu mo tie fanso.
No, but you was certain amount I was sending as I told. No, but I was sending mo kwa de ye beto. Your amount.
Yes.
Beyond 100 cities. Matitwa sumami.
Yo, me that's be brave. Now you have free SHS so.
Yeah, yanko.
Now free SHS, Kantanka, Satra. A policy, one of the police I mean better born and ado down Kufuado, Abaso, and I believe about no more, or tape no. To the sense, I mean, you need to be a me try your time. Yes, and yet me now for be moment to answer my exams. Near Palm, we sense no moon to your office. I am a real fact. Who call me Facebook post, though before 2018 by another conference, I supported that policy. Because minimum kofa no minimum adie but they couldn't continue education minimum obi a owi GSS went me and to us minimum yes minimum no went me because afufu ntimi amwa so saban bi iba no ose obeboa ama mabu no a se bi sense sika ne ahokire ne bi entino me bebo mo ne education why not we say bi just be oye before na better some pad papa but what you say but unfortunately for us and some ye kan ye papa BEMPAH tonight, what's your better view? It goes back to the same thing I'm planning. Eja, so I buy, or can people I will say, I buy being no better than bottom scar. I buy a project and I'm a boy. Which if free SH and you buy another down crowd for bottom scar not the bay. A Ghana for in there, and a Ghana for shares, I didn't obey you. May you Nina so. Who be secret free because I did when you say, oh, Beshadi, I say, now to continue. And now Beshadi, I say, only who are leadership. Leadership, leader, when I win who are there, shall say any day. Ain't me continue. What I say, I shall be at here, sorry. Now went to your manager, and now we know what I do, and now your business. Who win? That's one build this succession. And to the first way, and it's idea me, Hannah Mania secret free. My projection is trusting them the living room. Amphibia, saying, I may didn't I plan no. And only idea about Kwanamaka buy when you say, not just so, yeah, this one planet. I revoke them only one. Now you are trying for 2.2 billion near the best supporting free SHS. And to put somebody you so cry near. Now so Bobo send out the idea and I the sort of file. No, so because the other kind said Ghana was a ye two or you say, it's your family, you never so. Now they be yourself a Bosia Bonnie, everybody ever free SHS. Now I make us in Kakamon to say, project we are baby, I'm called Jabosia. Then the governor said the most easiest thing to do. Anybody can be in government. The entire croissant line is saying, yeah, you to say when in the full of money, and in some room for money, dear man, the manage the economy. No, Nasa Baba, nay, send another Mama prayer 1P1L, 1P1L, one product or one loan. Any project and one project, any project be across my movie or catching the loan ever. A serious more minor. So as a government, the internally when yes, said, I bet was a bill register. Check all projects. Now, no finance minister can road to our day by. What you can say any road there be pre-PP. public private partnership bi ya no ye di to ebe de ABC so enti ya kwan nyina yi no baby ankran boy ye de beji ento which means enti kwan ni niema no be
new route
but motorway kan the motorway
new routes
and I'm saying motorway new route motorway kan me trust me
they say new routes
motorway kan ho ma say to better check fact motorway new road but they do rehabilitation so motorway kan ho any only new route they mention to do your checking before winter judgment what else so it's very important see yes what else which means internally no ye niema ye no dey important aban as otiso awubu man no we betimi do sasubu say we internally generated funds are me no me dey manage economy we almost every project aban ye bia wo di loan eye what else serious enti now adeba ko a mesa kansi studio ni me free SHS but since I'm better asem no as much as I'm for and I'm still for my major concern was yen share even the courses na ni paying I believe in technical vocational education too much the sense and no I gave this the example right here on KANTANKA meaning
about finance minister can say we see almost every road and every project through PPP
a private partner public partnership omudi two business no motorway so kwaka
new routes
motorway new route
no but motorway ni kan but motorway extension
motorway
yes no but one year from
me time na wo
you say time na so but my main kasam you see it doesn't say motorway extension
but your motorway na do saying
aye ba ko but the extension one year motorway extension
old for old ones I won't share too new one na be fast I don't touch
extension
hold on who be so chance motorway no panda da na down me tell fast so me ntue na mo ni one no mo yen na me tue na e kwa yen we nya de o say wo twene tenten motorway
but to us it's okay
to us
but we mami na
all right so now my point and I make about free SHS and say one thing and I make and say me na me share even the program san kra na you know because yet at least me going to academics me nim how cost of fees will be best of even friends and law a boy would share enough medicine kra they are no ordin it is a made the free SHS ba me major we na me share say mo be sent ye shepan the kan your mo buchu with technical vocation why because no the nipa no due kwa no wentimi anto aso a or one san dwuma bi obetumi dey aye wo bu obi ma na ye medicine science na ni fishing ni some person konkro medicine na se wan timi amona nto aso a ori a and another can be to 20 in the some of this primary schools heading so which na what they are paying part of the planning no who be project out na say all this and yema who already free SHS about for 5 years ni I just been paying already some of the concerns on who still no answers in the MI so the question when answers ni beba very serious what say na ehwe enti mani me project say me dem say me person me ye na me ye ntima ye me wie na be bukura na because when ntimi afa nchechemu amaye na o free so na ban bi ba sia na are you going to continue which is a programmer ye give say a year enti omo nwini hu kwa chiri ye na mo nya nyina so na obi aba wotimi atoa so na abo ye nyina
me da se pa ugusu hwe KANTANKA TV Akwansosem bo na ne yade bre wan na no pay me were few WhatsApp messages wa ma men kan ewi a yabadan ye ho aba na yaba betoa so mbre no so a yaba ma kwan ma onso de wadwe nkyran so afa phone no so aba o say good morning Malik Russia Ukraine have not caused anything Russia never told any country that it should depend on it for anything Russia never told us to depend on any country Apostle is talking about KANTANKA, yes, producing cars here, but we are still rather interested in foreign cars. Leadership in Ghana is the worst I have ever seen, and I sometimes wonder what is in their mind. Will Russia have been able to attack Ukraine this way if it was depending on other countries? Okay, it will be a question. Ukraine is struggling to defend because the kind of weapons they need are coming from others. We should learn self-reliance from that crisis. Emmanuel, the way for Kofrodia and Odibaye, we see free senior high school is bombed. Teachers fail to go to class because they never rest from this traffic system. So, we have a big number having access to education, but not knowing the importance of education. So not benefiting as we should. Okay. Anything free has bad consequences. We have free water and electricity. Do we see the aftermath? Okay, did we see the aftermath or do we see the aftermath? Or say no money. One for Udin, any location. Next time for Udin, any location. Tell the MPP man, we feel the impact. You should stop justifying them and produce solutions. We're talking about e-levy. Emmanuel again for Kofodia. See, e-levy decision is the weakest decision leadership has ever taken. How can we project an amount of capital for your use from the will of another person? No one is mandated to use Momo. Emmanuel, the way for Kofodia and or the buyer. Aha, Kantanka TV. Once you to me, I do messages aba. Yebeka ama WhatsApp line and a good screen so no. Yeda ya hwaba na omo amini mo di djuma endai Mr. OSEI BEMPAH any Mr. Ana Apostle KUSI Apostle of the Apostle Apostle KUSI APPIAH ye twa ya hwaba yeba beto so mi so mi din MALIK RAMZY.
Odine huni na osiesie ne ho kama pa enso yie eba ne busuasem de a obo hukra esanse oye adwuma dene de boa ebusia no ne senti Kantanka TV ahihye enketese dwumede ama oba bia kame hu kwesi adawe ene kwesi adabia ebo no nsia meni ekukudam ye bedi nkomo a ede mpuntu ni kanko ebebre emma ene omaimu ni nara enketesia ye kasa Inketesia.
Kantanka TV. Experience Africa.
am akwa babio, yes am watching back KANTANKA TV. Akwansosem Doboa and ye debre wandana pay me messages back on and a message back on her. My main can answer. Ya share the next topic. Kai say enche yebama kwan ma won so wodi wadwen tribal. See, please tell Mr. OSEI BEMPAH that government did not buy any PPE. All is donated by Bill Gates and wife. With you KUSI from Kumasi and I do buy it. No, but
responding to you is by he's lying because I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, so on not no.
Because KUSI from the kitchen say he's lying.
No, me I cannot tell him say he's
so
lying.
I am telling him he's lying.
No.
But you cannot feed us with wrong information.
Okay, Yati. Wekunti, I say it's not true. I would prefer the word is not true. I would say you are lying.
Lot of PPEs.
Government
of Ghana.
I say it's not true.
It is not true.
I like that one.
Go and check
I would like that
well.
one. And mama yanto so emreswa asesa ye kasa e book we wansam. Akasia ho ba me de we de kito ya na menyae. Enini the the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana 1992 enya 30 years. Yes. Na wo hwemu a last page na nyimposane ye former president Unyane baby ko I mean fan crency Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings ono eno signing here. But Nanko Froka said this constitution is supposed to be of the people, for the people, and then by the people. And no, any young who Ghana se see na and I true constitution no a favor bimu. Uko constitution ma you be or higher frano indemnity clause. We are president, ube dini na ewie. We are obian to me fan and sanka. Constitution way a president bia ne ho ban ate so obewie obedi president ne bibia obian to me fan and sanka. Ewom sa ye we are constitution way ma president bia power de ma president no so president no appointing the ministers dudu or pay bia na esese oyi more than 50% e parliament ana meboa eno so ye constitution way mu e manu power bia nkofo pesi no the constitution power no de ma president no so president bia mbaye me kai say atamis breso na ye constitution review commission but atamis entumi ehu eno wu ye ebesi president Mahama bill so na nka ye nim se nka obetumi implement omo findings na omo de bae no amaso na one thing is that a favor president bia enti ye dima president bia say obaji atum say yemfa constitution we emfa ntu bebi na yenya foforo wo a wutie me na no pe ya na wo hwe me no yensesam yemfa no nyadwuma saa ana ye was story kitwe bi ka ho. Yes, what the professor said. One Professor Entry Baha last week, the constitution is outmoded. Egu yentie ni okanye ye wi a mama mabedwofo achi omadwen.
Doboa na watche eye dwumadia ekoso e KANTANKA TV so memenda no pa ebra abono watche e de kopim nondu na ye dwumadia bia e kasafa amanyosem eho oman Ghana empuntuo mu empempenso a yedru sempo e kwan ben na oman yi mu mpanimfo efa so e de abu oman yi sene yi mu anampo se etiseni edipo odanda se dwumadia yi eye MALIK RAMZY eno so e na gitansabo so mene de to so aduonu miensa eye memendei the teacher obepie so bako eye Professor Enoch Opoku Enji ya oye Professor of Leadership and Management ewo Viterbo University ewo USC en small to dwabi HSA o my Ghana senior yamamra no etie no se mpo enya de se eboa ye kwa bi so a etwa se ye sem senior be ya yenso ye betimi akoso ne nkoba ne se oman yi amamra ehye yenso sempo ye benya yemfa hodie ewo kwan a omo besi bi abu oman yi efa impunto kwan eso sei ena okan
me hu die ntia aban bi wini a the other aban ntimi picking microphone free the other government e ma omo mesevo.
Is it not the constitution?
Yeah, but you better come once say.
Yeah.
Even members of parliament are ministers. A lot of them are ministers.
It's the constitution.
Because it's sure the constitution is bogus. We have to change it. The constitution ya mra boa ema ye yo man ye na mra no one inhibit from progress. And the same way you adwuma na policies and procedures emma microphone team productive. Why are those policies and procedures there? Change it. Because I'm running what shano mama kosua. Ya when immunity clause for be court. Ya war more than 50% of ministers every parliament. There's a separation of powers. Anti-parliamentarian no hwehwe say obetimi catch the eye of the president ni ministerial position because in yanya mamre mu no say wo ye MP keke na onye minister nka ho nya resources mfa nko constituency. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Indeed, why are we doing this to ourselves, sir? And Professor Entry Obisaye. Mamimko Apostle Thomas KUSI APPIAH. Idino no wajiatum. Apostle mam Constitution that way. Yinimniewum. It's like a favor obimu in favor obimu. Your take on this particular constitution since 1992. 10 minutes.
All right, that's a bit brave. All right, I think say the constitution there may di hu komo bebre na me taka kon uso sha na bobo ne ma bi ewo mu a enye ni na be ka say ha na ma me di mi NPP for hu ya bebre no. It was 1992 a year constitution way that was the time we brought to parliament no. It was your right though, but not only the basis of your problem because parliament na etna say be do so constitution yi mu aja utie na nkye hu say ha yenyin film that time na NPP for brought to year. So it was one-sided way. And the court say, and that was the time when this or no abayimuno or no so na constitution. And that was the time I flight lieutenant so Jenny or no aba kunyaso what the two aba na ye no. Also we say niema wo ye no be man ni na kuma ato ne yem na say be wetime jam because moving from that friend is saying soldier buying their bad democracy no. It was something other African countries can na dey more. So for Ghana to decide say beba no na so se ehwe niema betimi aye na asa ujiji obi so born pampers o krokro na kuma ato ne yem. That is the current constitution ye. They not program the constitution ye my Papa Rawlings because almost everything woman that he was the executive on as president and bibi won be no wo hwe power say dia ma the executive na enye adwuma keto o as executive ndo no kasa krom na ye din so ya say ye nu ye hu na ya yesre because wo the share constitution we say wo 3 arms of government. When if you need 3 arms of government, or 1 arm of government, 2 supporting it. What you say? Because we say it also judiciary, or you bad you're the executive, you're the legislature, and you're the judiciary. Yeah. Judiciary, who now appointing for Domako. It's now never told you about the poster about it or may appoint to my just candidate the poster by or contest 2016 election. Is the constitution? Maybe when we saw who's our poster now. That one, let's focus. The point. Yes, so eventually, which means the president no can now nominate or appoint people. Yes. That's the first point. 2, over parliament, you won't sure I scratch my back, I scratch your back because never transfer determine who salary and we emolument. Now we so determine, which means when your fundamental be here and every person will take constitution say this constitution from the word go. No matter it was in favor of Ghana. It was in favor of the executive, and the person there was there, flight lieutenant. But the point is, why now, after now, you me and wait, and I may who say, leadership ever form, because it takes a leader to sacrifice. It takes a leader to sit down and say, only be as much as I didn't have one idea, but I'm more mindful. It will never see for my day, as a son. And that's why you say, do my force on your career. Yeah, more papa, plus I'm not a basso. Because now I buy a crop. A drone issue was look. Media kukudro ebe take decision na yen hwese constitution we no niema bi wo mu a yen kase ni nyina wo kase ebodo sa na enye de na be because sama 2012 election ye call election petition I say no yen mo yen pay for na baso because nobody anticipated say maybe draw e beto aba obi be call constitution and obi be call supreme court anambwa but the constitution make provision to the sense say so it is a living organism time ma yen ni nru ho no na constitution do na ho that it do a boaye ama yetimi enyan hyehyeye na obi ne ebe ni den nie ye mu court ye nyan hyehyeye pepepe de so no ye one group so the other things wom but never be bre woma enye aminim se Ghana ni bie wonim wote ahye no ebi ni one na 3 arms of government enko ye 2 over even ye security mu da bie one na ye kan ye security na ya ban na dia because police council na ono ehwe police jumadi enyina no wo check ya ban because do da no vice president ni pattern no the autosumi interior minister also abina the autosumi ensa attorney general also abina the autosumi also IGP abina na echusu ye yes abina echusu ni pamienu county ni pattern mu sese aban enti ye to about take decision here abina ye say ma we nyina ye ni ma ya kan wa sese ya say constitution we here o mani ni nyina so eni ti ye hwensa enti papa Professor Mills erade fa ne kansie edu oseme ye hyehyeye mama ye ntina kan you concern review committee or tea committee ye nhede say ye nhwehwe mu ama nhwehwe mu koda na fa na nyina eni ahemfo ni all stakeholders edidi nkomo choro ye fofi anto ata eno free so ha na ye papa mahama na nkonya akwanya say otumi ye de eye anu to so be feel Ghana for poto when to show leadership because now it take a leader to take that poor decisions as much as say for the sake that's the leadership about sacrifice for the sake of man for to any money page no mema ya what piaton pass ya nka ho hwe for 4 years I will different so ya nim guasiema na mamu because that be wonya kwanya to set certain things right but wetin anye ebi ni we your constitution eda ho na do hello ni kwa that of us oh choboy emrani ni mu ba ono de wo ba yi de no nim amamwo na onim mra de obebo because oman bi enyina so eye constitution emra na edibu man Ghana na make about demonstration na papa pata and now the Entails 1922 constitution emra the basic the bedrock of
Akazon to me.
We demonstration.
Say a mouth. Say
yeah. Now, we are making reference to the constitution. Now, constitution is bedrock. No, and your papa. That's all money in us. Oh, yes. And you was a minor. And Tiana who are Kenya. I think 2008. Or making reference to it. Only so before Prendi happened was the constitution idea. And you know the way you're done for now. And she mean will be initiated. Yenya constitution review my year who document even ka ayedem omo boy echi Ghana fa nyina sa ka nyina ye hu amase ni ba document brother
president akasa say ono de ontumi ye
omo put until one time interview na so kan no
okay wan
was the Daniel should initiate a constitution review na nyo no I think that
so
you can cross check this is time I think
okay wan
what's it
okay wan
a public domain so you can cross check
no so if
you
it
can
is
go president comment about constitution review so that we can look at it
we don't know we are not aware so
we can go it and check so a statement because the point is let's assume some one country for 5 years or almost 6 years in your government obi aye review need that say remember because the woman because the idea is here constitution na ebetimi live to the new way on my ya bedra na meboa she said e ben kwa na e da ho dada ya set committee bimpo so omu nhwem say bi enema bi ko mu anan so yes ehwe atena yente ho hwe and na your public discussion we nya ade wa beto set say bi o committee bi ase dem kwata say e national constitution ye hwe ho dwuma en say bi akroso ankeate en na na do so for 5 to 6 years in abambo no also ni ho dwuma en na ma hu say dem say problem as a country no leadership say ye nya nipa o betimi ado oman no ache omo ho a ye problem no the year takosi nyina Ghana bia me say me taka say me say omo tro ye national anthem no omo kansen bi sa ansem ye nhwe ni ye general assassin no omo sato say ye ara ye na assassin ni e ya bo denden mayen moja na no hwegu nyade to ho mayen owie no obema me no adumi ne won so say ye bi ato aso no mo bo break omo be ka na ma me nsa wa nimde entra so kontonkrane ene pesamin kuminya edi embre mu dem constitution ya adakoda nyina ina sane ma mensan so nimde entra so kontonkrane krono ni nema nipa benye bi edi esan sa constitution wenti na anu ya papa to gba federal sen ba ya about sika otu ema no no ase da bi sika de bi ndizamenyi de obi e make reference to constitution no
yes
the constitution ya mo krono kra ye mo
your bible
ye wie ye ne ba pesamin kuminya esan se constitution review a ebetiti ebinum tumi ne omo ne ma so ntino etu se ensema ye ka sha anyum no ye to ne keke be ye pay attention to it say ye tini ankusa honhom ye nsa we ya ye bebre what I say because that constitution ya ye tro ya ne pia ahemfo ati say papa nkoma na sha se de e pia ahemfo si nchen that day against center this be ratify emma onu ahin na odi manfo anim no a obetin ako amase bi o ne ye friend sene manfo no ye so de amamu asan kwa de men kan bi je o enyo bi kan to ko ohin ko bi wan ka say ya we tell ye sinka e oban kwa anya da na community na tim so kamenka but ohin ko bi wan to see e beta ajo wo kasa pel die ama wo manfo no wonya bi on say king ye beta so ye people na NDC what I say enti constitution dey eja gusa enya dey even we tell you debatable
outmoded
enya dey debatable na make even after 8 or 10 or 12 years ago 2012 and ye papa mails enu akra ba hu say ye review 12 years down the line ye ntimi ye enti so onya that you say do say ye review not that of what ka me you sure say by now ye leader and leader from no odwuma man from one obehwa me edi budwuma
medase pa apostle Thomas KUSI APPIAH medase Mr. BEMPAH then wosha me hu say waji constitution e mark baby. What is preventing us as a nation? Say ne wo me fine. But if truly nyoma bi wo ho a ewo mu a emwo man na, what is blocking us on my penny bin to me nya kokudro nkasa maba we de ye be ye na abo on man ni nyina.
Me da same eno na we bisa no. That exercise a long overdue. Nti nanke wo say the President Mills no or spending state resources Professor Fiajo committee na Professor Fiajo da no mo ko me yafa na nyina na omojiji certain aspects of the constitution omanfo susu say ye review. It would have been better say the President Mills say ntumi anye President Mama nso ba ye ntumi anye. So people would have thought say even President Mama cried
yes President Mills yes
and his initiative no would have continued nanka onu mo implement because the year it is a president or tesono say bibia ye or adwenkyere say na ba president no etumi issue white paper no the ba na just say niema waje atum no ene de be ye adwuma nti we were expecting some company Akufo-Addo so e ba yi nka obe implement it. The fact that say omampani bi aye na wo waba na ebia even if you disagree with certain aspects you study the document now also so waji adwenkyere it may not necessarily be so obesan ko omanfo nyina ho but ebia legal advisors certain identified groups says ade we senior constitutional review ni de ba ebia me ne omonya adwen me pese mususu say ye nko ne se na nko so ama input na implementation na ye adwuma enti say you be review your constitution. I don't think I have a problem with it. Say a review, but because a constitution is bogus, I disagree with the person. You cannot describe this entire document say a bogus.
Outmoded?
No, you can't say outmoded. What is outmoded? Even books. Me a librarian. Oko library near true book. You see new edition. New edition, it said there has been an additional information which the book has been upgraded to suit normal times. And the new edition, new edition, they are now review no periodically, they are no periodicals. And in library terms, no periodicals, a journal, series, and the volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and you can't say
national service for some journal library.
Yes, I'm a librarian. Me wo diploma in librarianship, first degree in information studies, and a master's degree in librarianship at University of Ghana.
Okay.
My Ejuma University of Ghana Bomb Library for 15 years. I'm a professional librarian.
Thank you, sir.
And the Oko Library, Nasi Enkacho say, library book, say the book is outmoded. What you say? ABI a review. You can take it out of the shelf. Abra ABI new edition be my. And when somebody says a bogus, what is the meaning of the word bogus? Yes, there are things. I don't know, maybe about there are near ma ACA free. Number one, power say they are more mampeni. I don't so do. Okay, me know ya dream. And people have said it. Because of that, a man nepotism. A sanso Emma and Sheha. O mampeni na appointed no. Enti Ghana no ye free bibi father figure. Enti ukwa minister or professional background am mano adwuma nka say oye adwuma no according to his merit no okwa sing say okosingi praises to the president. Oh mampani da sebre kantamanto my boss, oh your excellency wadaroma. That is not anya ayo e ohene. O mampani ni the chief civil servant. He deserves his respect. But there should be a obi betimi akachiro mampani say in my sector, Mr. President, if you did it this way, MYA. But Ghana ha okoka amount for mampani ni cry you to mama for ka just akwa we mu yini free ho because oka asamo na wadane no. Me why be so na the minister na ka no. Eno na ye no cry because ye ma me minister I say here my professional background, my ability to deliver. It is not the president's ability to deliver, my ability to deliver to help the national effort. Oh, mampani di anim. Nti the powers say them on mampani, IGP, CDS, National Security one which say almost everybody in the country or mampani na appointed no. Tinipa no kotena wa onye adwuma no. Then his allegiance is to the president but not the nation. And he say DC and I'm not talking about this president. DC be and ote ho and onye na adwuma yi a no po obi a onim no onim president oba no de odwan ba or de confirm ba or de ayi ba. The fact that he is supplying his appointee is appointing authority with ni niece whether he is delivering to the benefit of the people onya na onya on the oho allegiance to the president yenye
so no appointed
enti eni say yes ye reduce sa powers ni bi near be must state appointing authorities professionals wom enipa no bekwa akopie enti say IGP a ye be man the vision or the be transform Ghana police service aba how he will maintain professional standards police public relations senate here ekwa police for so ABS ne omo na me the corrupt institution omo so omo disagree by nam kwanso no omo yi ama yihu what am I say enti ekwa be na obefa so obe reduce ontumi eradicate ko obe reduce because continuous obi ba oba beto so okwa APPIAH sa professional body na yaye ni interview awie no then they recommend say asako yi oye kama yemfa no as IGP yefani we it doesn't owe allegiance to the president inti say abamu nipa bi koya na de na oche na ye nkasa ade echi a IGP yi nadi what am I say inti sa appointing authority na ye di ni nyina ama president no ebe ya ye nyimfiri o na ye nyi ebi mfiri ni nse meji constitution because of the directive principles of state policy chapter 6 of the 1990 constitution and am pese obama me kwan ya me read certain portions
akwan dem
or say the directive principles of state policy contained in this chapter shall guide all citizens, parliament, the president, the judiciary, the council of state, the cabinet, political parties, and other bodies and persons in applying or interpreting this constitution or any other law and in taking and implementing any policy decisions for the establishment of a just and free society.
May can we add to it? That is why I said this constitution is supposed to be of the people.
Yes.
For the people.
Just
and by the
free
people.
Society.
Yes.
So if you come and tell me say, the constitution is bogus, I hope I say at chapter 6, and it's a beautiful crafting here, why bogus. No. The directive principle of state policy is not bogus, but some portions of the constitution needs revision. 2, or say, clause 2, or say the president shall report to parliament at least once a year the steps taken to ensure the realization of the policy objectives contained in this chapter, and in particular, the realization of the basic human rights. A healthy economy. And the abetre many apostle, ye discuss the economy of Ghana, we interrogate near President Koye, your man penina sudie, so in appointees, or much Ghana for the ye mo minor tumpo na affect obi ote tampezua obi ote dobonso namda obi ote papa kokko afumu wo ahafo hia metu e wo se omampanin den hihye egu akwanso na affect say nipa healthy economy the right to work Ghana ni bia all right say so onya adwuma enti adwuma ni should not be say mabotai na bia makotena office nkwa na mom ye kwani have that right say na say akwa adwuma na contribute to me the healthy economy of the country. The right to good health. Enti ye omampani ni mpanimfo ne aban na owo so na so die se ohwe se me yare na se me ahafu jensukuma na wo se chips compound ana medical facility a mekwa menya yare hwe e wo ho na mitumi ko.
Banka we nke so mo de mampani ni nkrofo nyina kan wo se
nyanya
na nko obekwa abrochire.
Say right to enti ekwa be na e befa so a yen a society any state institutions be say omampani no obedi sa de we so ndi sane a wo kan say omampani yare na say de ko ma mo bi polyclinic no dru ma mo bi polyclinic na say emma pimfa o masalai any enkola omo po a malaria any ade a cho na say omampani yes onu kwa de emani ni line so ebi so your omampani nti wonder mani pa onko na ma mo bi polyclinic emfa no ko to ba bia first aid for no ba ye de omoto no na e taking vital statistics enhwe say ne pulse ne sugar ene ne nema na so omampani ma mo bi polyclinic na ote ana say na yehu sa ne ma e be mo omampani na hu say semsiesie ma mo bi polyclinic a e me ye yi a e ho ne me first point of call now political objectives kra na unu ye me de e under the directive principles of state policy or say
Panu we mami.
Hey.
Yes, 5 minutes.
If you can say 17.5 minutes.
We need to go to the lines and
Ghana shall be a democratic state dedicated to the realization of freedom and justice, and accordingly, sovereignty resides in the people of Ghana, from whom government derives its powers and authority through this constitution. Ahakra na eme de wo se eba oman no tumi dia eni mampani nsa o enhye mampani nsa enhye parliament nsa ena enhye court for nsa ehye me ena wo ene maame na osiesie ntosi ton wo malam jom ene adua ni gare maame na ya odi besi amakantanka workers muto bi di no yen nsem ene drivers mate ya all by say condition no constitution na ko under the directive principles of state policy chapter 6 of the 1992 constitution o say yen nsem na wo na yen na ye di sa to me ni se omampani bi ene na pamfo nsa se omunyina sa constitution yi so no mfa mu o ma no munya sa se wo kan directive principle of state policy no bi be catch us say constitution e bogus a oni ni be gi achinye
na nya sa directive principles of state policy a odi a hye omanbansa say yan na e wo power no yan fa president nko yan president nko a constitution and yan fa bi nko no bu man wo de kwaso a constitution a sa power ni na de ma bi
o ka asem bi o ba bi say ekwan be na omanfo ye de yen yaso de be ye adwuma hwe o kan directive principle of state policy ukomu a ba bi wo ho o say e yaso de and it is mandatory o say sha aban bi o beba bia say aban fufuro bia ye project bi na onwie ya sa constitution we dia so de to sa aban no so say o meto sa project ni so no implement it to say ye be conclude na be your man benefit because ye do man sika and e bo ho ban hospitals do say na ebi o ba bi akwa efiri kwa me nkroma penso akawirem ebi o wa efiri president Liman penso akawirem ebi o efiri president Mills so akawirem. And how do the citizens exercise their authority under the constitution? Yen ye be put pressure and no and Bibi said demonstration civil society the pressure ye fra omampani na na be yi na no minister se be yi o ma no parliament ni nyina eya ade a eboa ye enti nowhere na me ka say obi ntimi nye demonstration me see demonstration ya ka ba untumi metna ha na onka say what de aban say wanye say ya obey say you can't dare the government.
Okay.
You can exercise your civil authority person call demonstration call one man bet me don upa pa ho na ye a naked demonstration obi a process for omo ba be bo ho ba no aye. But at the end of the day, the objective of person achieve through the demonstration, you know, and no na hu here, e bia na other avenues. I be solve am ntimi di wie no. Na me kire ne say constitution no. Ene amani bi wo wa e wo see a review. Ene amani bi wo ya see a maintain ni ehye mu den. Na omanfo nso tumi a constitution ni di amaye no. Ye make sure say ye de be ye adwuma. What am I say? Ye de be ye adwuma. Evi say ukọ amaye hudo bi so a omamani tumi eche omumpanimfo ne nti opani ni ya de a wo de hwese enanu ya prime minister no UK ono an parliament say vote of no confidence afeduru mrebi ni yenya members of parliament omo ono ne party mu ama omo ko support opposition party ne say masa ade we ni a waye nti ya pass no vote of no confidence ye US nchen yemfo obi mu from ra ye misa ye hu say as our parliament is constituted now. You bet me that will say bia for example Mampani Akufo-Addo. No say no confidence. Na ya mpa say wa ye niam bia ya mpa na MPP for agya tumi say mpa no confidence. Enye ye. Enti bia ba be ye ni say ye be ma constitution no aye adwuma say na e fata. Na ya empower state institutions. No maye omadwuma with free hands.
Okay.
Na your man for so ya exercise your civil responsibility ye. What you say na ye can because ukwa amanhudo obi so a te o man for ne ka. Ya na me hwe international news media ebia environment obehwe na environmental agency bi omo the state no ana state institutions bi akokot na ye omo difo na ya fine omo na atwa sika mom na de eso omo ye omo ye kana nipa do say na tumi
esa me ahoma no so na me mfa me dase Bempa ahoma no so Mohammed Frefita Krade Mohammed good morning Bokodi okay nyame na adum ye hu ye me Entails
I'm the discussion I want to come on. A very nice discussion. Ghana Constitution, no, no wonder on board citizens, but on board one of parliament or Tractor House or look at Gracia, Upapabeji, security, another one, government worker at the end of their retirement, 1 year, 2 rooms supremacy. But when they get there, 4 years, they are one more Gracia, and they will end up gaining, building big mansions. And when I lay man or one now, I know of war or man, I'm Papa we see Ghana Port of Harbor. We do one year the property will be.
Okay.
But in the until that will change.
Okay.
That will change. I mean, more bottom area, what bottom key now is better that all will change.
Okay.
Now,
okay. Mohammed yedase pa onso betumi afra na wode aba. Na another issue we constitution ma ya na medwin ho kakra ni say concerning death sentence. Yes, last one yekunu ye 1993 no ano no. It means they are not even following the friends constitution. More messages were her. I mean, see, we are in this country when there was no pandemic, no free education, no free water, no free electricity, no lockdown, no port and borders closed. Workers were home and fully paid, but cost of living was unbearable under. Okay, I mean, Water region, Wendy. Good morning.
Good morning.
At the same.
Me pacho you.
Okay, me pacho me enti Wendy.
Me pacho, it's about the same card, you know.
No problem, kasa yeti you.
You. Ghana card na me ba ko ye you know. Almost spelling the dini ye. Enti oko se omo checking man, omo se on keep it. Na omo ba be ye bibi nti onko omo be jere bebe ode be ko oko ye no omo si obetu ya 30 cedis ena the sim card registration den so uko omo se omo be ji o 5 cedis ansa na omo aya ma o
one sa centers one omo ji 5 cedis ansa omo aya ma o
MTN phone ni ho baby a omo ye no
MTN phone na wo kan
for the same card registration, no.
No, same card. Who call MTN for now? Call register. Moji 5 cedis.
You want more? I say no. Moji 5 cedis.
I am for say the center na okay. Catch her ye.
What the Yingba Junction?
Wow.
I fear the Yingba. Oh, that.
I am MTN officer and I'll be away create BB or register mama.
I will be a repeated baby or Babu some MTN for.
Almost MTN atare and almost atare bia who say MTN ampa.
There be a motare no water and almost shena.
Okay.
If you are tired, you will be age man.
At the end of the careful, maybe I know move MTN. Timuya careful. Why?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So sir.
And Timunshen is say almost this cancer.
I be most teach you fee.
Hey. So the point is that Obia Bana register at least on check costume be a better semi MTN and if to go now only ID card be over for answer. And so I Jim no my son why?
You much.
Yeah, that's it. Also be to me the would yaba. Semo. Okay, so about the SIM card. In some churches, they did not they did the registration at their premises. Why don't Apostle do the same in his church? And instead of blaming the minister, does Apostle have a problem with the president? A question. He should know that the president does not handle money. Sylvia, and I'll do it by next time. I now with the location account. Maybe I will send if now the account one man. Maybe be answer so fine. Also, wait to me a friend with the wajin Abba. I don't think Apostle have any problem with the president. Anami Apostle.
Yes,
Ochena dream. I dream chair and yen na ha. Yetum ye chre enti bibianso enkoye. Na me can be before constitution no. Your sentence will be says here. Okay, mami nkwa homa no so mbra. Mami nkwa homa no so. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me pache udini baby a ukasafi. Okay, pache me enti.
Yo, wasema aso woka ni nebo la nepa edamashi enu nepa ni mo ngana. Na yo
ye wo kasa pa constitution na the constitution e na me pere wo no wa da na ya na me ni na ba se e da hayo nti misram de kan mo se na mo ndo
okay yɛda se pa nya me nkyerɛ constitution ni de ɛbɛka ho asama to sɛ ɔmbɛyɛ ho bibi amahan na me ka constitution na yɛ sentence obi sɛ yɛ kukunu sesi a ɔmampanin bia ne wa kwa science yɛ kunu since 1993 it means the various president ɔma ba nyina peace go ho ɔmo ndi mra no so constitution asa yɛ se anya no mra bi wɔ so ha ɔmampanin no ondi so me ɔmampanin ɔma ba akɔ
it was proposing revision no
yes
do we still have to yɛmfa saa tumi na ɛma yɛgyina so sɛ yɛbu obi kumfa ɔmampanin na ɛsɛ ɔsan ansa na yɛma no nkɔ so ango mpampanin
na memfa Christopher
ana yɛmpa bi foforɔ
Christopher wo Tama West good morning
Bato good morning o
bɔkɔ deɛ
na me adom na moso e
yɛ ho yɛ papa ma yɛntie wa no pɛi
mpacho me so me ha kakra ni Ghana card no registration no
deɛ na ɛkɔ so wɔ beebi a wo
me so be da ne won say me koye almost 4 months ni me koye no na obo ka che me share me bra 1 month na me that time na you ready ba 1 month no e do kwa me to kwan e ko me ko share mu sa be fa say 2 months 2 weeks e na me san ko back say me ko na mapa ko je obo ka che me say card na obo printi obo de be printi we do kwa na ma me no ne kwa short nti no kwa na afi no obo credit aba nti media no kwa enya ye ready nti mi kona September ending of September asa na masaba nti no say minute ho na e bia me nya hwe na mu se mo ba be ye Ghana card na mo anja mo hihye yi na ma ba be ye na e wo se mi saka ma de na mi fa ye nia mi pese mi fa ye bia na mo ama so na mo say anytime mo so na mo say sim card no mo cross no na say registration no e ba enda me ti ase
okay ye da se na mpanifo me ye hwe so mo tie yan ye ka bia ane adwenkyira ye kyire bia no mo tie yan ye bɔ mpa esa kyina ebedunu na mo de communicate foforo aba ebia extension baba na abo yan nyina ye da se pa se wontu wetumu afre na wo de wadwenkyira aba so wo so betumi afre na wo de wo de aba still ye fa course no kakra nsa yetumi asɔre akɔ so na ye ka
so yenko so ama enko hye
constitution ni musa president sign
go ahead anasa se pese sa de ne ye adwuma yemma judiciary no ebi agbodi anasa judiciary ni bia ama hodo
enye final eye final
de ya ne wo mu a Amnesty International for no crofo bi gra ye bu anipa fufuo bi kumfo ami akokuom emfie dudu achi ne hu se sa abone no so nyo na ye
mati mami kwa kumasi patase adom wo ho adom good morning ati sai
me pa cho nyame ado na monso e
ye ho ye papa ma ye ntie wa no peye
yo mpam dumadi amudi na mse ye ni je ho pa
ye da se
Ghana ye pe for ni nyum se mo ye BBC discussion bi se I mean so mu tie ana se I don't because imagine say obi se papa CBC enema obi ti ye aba opo media wodi oban mu na hwe Ghana mpa di ba cho di pani for se bu se ton sebe edi o hu bi ye I mean chambia na ade be hi omonkole se obi aba ma se media oban so a sebe ni pe wa chima akwane ma post wa o tumi se obi a owiase a na Ghana ha nyina but so they say do ba ye no otimi do pe bia abla nyana hwe very bad very bad oh obi ya pesa bi kuma ya te do pe obonko a masa
okay
yes se mo kabi ya mpadia on kabi na se ni sa dem do so ma ni mo do obo ya de ba boa dipe wo mu no mo na obonso mle obonko a
okay
bakra me kan no
ye da se nyame nhyira wo pa nyame nhyira wo sa wonso de wadwenkyira ba ma apostle nkabie apostle na wonso I don't know so omampani adodo o maba nyina no monso portion na some articles we ho munni so because we this na we respect the constitution you have to obey it
want to make so munni so because a man of that window of opportunity or for that opportunity that to sign or not to sign. And Shen Kete is on signing. So maybe you can cross check it.
Let me check.
Yes, so I say white people all day to yes no or that prerogative right to internet. My Papa Mahama better as one issue white people ama constitutional review here intimate can any what they say. And that is where the issue is. So perhaps we can. I'm trying to call for that review.
Okay, my main phone is good morning. As I tell you, pay.
Good morning. Your friend me Asante Ede.
Asante Ede.
Asante Ede.
Udiano no.
Midiano no.
Wow.
Kasefri Kumasi.
Okay.
Atmagugu.
Yeah, that's me yentie wa no pay.
Mo program dey ye bo mabaso pa.
Amen, yeah dance.
Na constitution no. Baby a me dey me time cry article 71 no.
Yeah na oh.
Sa Gracia no die. Omo hwe no mu twam kura. And afi government appointees no. Omo salaries ni so no mo omo allowances na so do. Bakufo katua etuitua na kofo be 200 ka bosome. Hwe kokoko boda onu kwa akatua waje no. Allowance nka ho. Akatua waje no etui tokoko bag mako 171. Me calculate you. Bosumi akatua. Allowance nka ho. Why disaster we na me pa bakufo a. Oman ni e ko de sen. Enti constitution dey no kreni. Ehia sesare pa ehia sakremu. Bebre ho say sesare efrimu.
Okay.
Unkoso anya dwuma no.
Okay.
Na se demonstration kura na nyina ebe ya. Ye nyina ebe boa ya no ne aba beboa mo ne yaye. Medamase.
Okay. Nyase ye dase pa Asante Ede nyame nhira wo. Wonso betumi afre. Apostle na kana. Yeah.
That say on na ye di tumi na ma no. I say ye wo adwuma mu yi. Na
e fa no capital punishment wo.
Na ye wo share say ebia procurement committee mutum take decision be mu wie a do be ma approval ha ye ebia manager na am betra say take or no on dem approval no to do no so bibi ntinim be say me hold on na intimi enya ne hwe or da akwanya no eno na wo but you see ena na ja BEMPAH ka no this capital punishment na mu is something na is a table so for that debate ngrofon so kasa bro na okay obi wa ya jeni no akun 10 years ago.
Okay obi wa man so yeah good morning. Udini baby a Kasafi.
Body to be Beniza, because every time I'm Bogota.
Okay, may you, Ebi.
I can't meet my can say a constitution. Oil drawn constitution, they draw it to favor Jerry Lawrence. Into President wrote 2 mark powers. Into Omianisano. And I got a card in Ukraine with the connective for a field. Why I not I didn't talk commission for. Which me here, which no one order cast. And I feel so many mistake, grand me so train mistake, but me calculate only me chase can me 30 cities. I make mistake in free me as me 30 cities. Nana card no feel it. And I free education idiot. Calculate my kind of say. Abia and sanitation say if mama Abia this is cancer no, this is assembly no, after sanitation no. Maybe about water and electricity is one. If it may increase Abia. What about 1%? And I say, 1%, HSS. Can free schools now free, HSS government, you know. Afa, HSS and 21. I say increase electricity by 1%. What about 1%? Yeah, like you so can. Any water bills in Yanka, citizen,
okay.
It's my dream, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Yamisha, also bet me do the Aba, APPIAH KANTANKA TV. Akwansosem Doboa and a Debrano. Enche be nti apostle for we mama.
Yeah, so I think say nyina na ye name o say trans na ye set committee no na what me ahwehwe mu busebusa ya de nipa adwen obi a woni de. So e ba no ho ne de a I think say me nka say president na abumra so ba wo sa akwanya no. Nti I think say nyina say be review na ye nya constitution at least na me kan say ye oman na nyini nti constitution o set me no oman no. Yes, so never be when no man for ne kasa tie na me bi ni yes gracia ye keke bi ni o mampanyi wo chusu obi a nti aban bi baso a tese uni party nkwa uni munyansa what they say uni party
winner takes all right. This is the constitution.
Yes, a whole lot is happening.
Good morning.
Hello.
Apache udini baby a Kasafi.
Me Kasafi ablekuma.
Ye frau sign.
Akwasi apia.
Zapia me ntie wa no pay.
Mpacho anapawe nikia mama usiku nyina na Ghana no ayefe yempeni fo na amudi oman we so no kazana ni di amudi oman we I say a 2 abame said I say o kasa I say amuye benefit ni how abisi aka nafa because we share the effort was oman we mu pa bie ni wa epoye oman we ikobogo siani abetu egura mu keke yemfa ni adwuma hwe adwuma papa kantanka je no oman we eje no oman we and so the first school for near the anim. How as I seen that gun haka cra. As I seen that gun haka cra. I see a 2 abame Jimmy for now. Time to come home. Ghana ha amu limited benefit the amu yeno. Terrorists and I'm creative or mind with but amu. I'm creative or mind with but amu. Na that your best try to or mind women.
Nyabutre. When you need to remember, Kobna Safosi, the linking of Ghana card to SIM card is the duty of NIA and the telecos. It shouldn't be a burden on the citizens. Agree with you. Maybe Bianso and Koso and Famayan. Yemfa your final submissions. They are discussing 2 minutes. Na yempon. My main financials no. Pesa me no we.
All right. Things I mean, fan free baby at Trotasa for Trasa chat. Things the choice of West terrorists. No.
Yes.
You see,
we apologize.
No. Hold on. I mean, one see. You can apologize because of that word. But that word may personally may try to be a metatra. Who share your constitution and you can with me. Any share cross. I can also even add my voice to it. Near my cross, maybe I make a higher word than Terry. You know why? National security, for instance, a buy no constitution, which say, over to me for civilians and member support.
Okay, my man, for one last call from Kumasi. Good morning, Christian.
Yeah, good morning.
At the same.
Running out of question now, sir.
The Danyamiasi, when you may enter one pay.
I'm afraid that Mama was here. Now, the person is there. One man was sharing fishing. I think I have a particular for the town, so I can't come away. But I don't know the point.
What you're not doing, teacher, what doing, Mr. Why? Don't attack anybody here. Chawadrin, on us, what you're not doing.
Good. The president just sack of 19. A policy car will be not over to near the stock and so we are construct price we are in so they should stop talking about this 19 pandemic problem now almost 250 million. I think that's all the India or maybe the Qatar money then and the Ghana measures then even more. Because after the time we are posting the police and then why people still talking about COVID-19 is the problem.
Okay.
Now the only chat here is the Binian Casano, when you manager Padina. But the new money, and on for this, I didn't do it. I didn't know what we do. And to say, Jacob and so after no. Indeed, I got fully clear and the beginning year. If you want, there's always beginning means I will see what the bonus is or the common manual. But the beginning, the goal will never be seen, but the moon I have. If you want the beginning remains as no.
Yeah, that's it. Yamin we are grateful for your call. Yeah, that's it.
So, national security knows I won't show more in one. I might be about to first civilian member support it. It's not this stuff and for no, but today, when you after some I interested or no. Now, about we end this about so more don't be sure when we train you or you move across the chariot, so you have 4 times, from mom train you. Or about so now about we are going to be you or more. Now, yeah, the 4 frogs will be good. So all this year so and they say you nipa ya mo military training e wo man we mu yet be bring adwuma ye e ya dia aye ma ya ni amra man ba be ye ko no masa e say o cross the police report the crime we mu and how the other so the point is this there are many people that we are continuing always
building them
military yes any even how are you security na man ba ye be tell man your someone ne who said now president one time 2015 December 500 military recruiter ye training.
Yes, more.
All because let's say they buy a protocolist. na nkete military na sebio omu gina omo nan so a enka ye rebeko criminal way one shall don't come because but one not quite for almost a month when why you two for be some when why you two when why you two to go ehye why just that training way now and so about fear dem fie say ni pay nya adwuma nya what tete wan mo ehu enti o man e say wonim de akwaso o man ni mu a and after terrorism kwa dey be a small name ya ma ya ni amra ankasa we are building some people around. So a manager to crew and man be it's a painful one share. Yeah. Amanyosem ni ku ya na Ghana. What one any party card on your juma nye. Many na say be to party card ni bi. What you say? E share na ye mo man ntim kon anim.
Me da say. Mr. BEMPAH here
Number 1. Akwabi osi me ma yeden.
So I cut him. I asked him to. Ono ankasa nge the point na dia wo dia.
But the man setting records some time ago. Na me Christo Asafo. Any apostle Kojo Asafo P.R.O. I did it from 2004 to 2017, about 17 years. Minye biem. As I sit here, I am the spokesperson for the COVID-19 National Trust Fund. Okay. And this program, I wasn't called here as a mayor COVID-19 Trust Fund. But when you bring an information, I'm here privy to. Now, boy. Me ma onka omreko a oboa okay wo opinion ne say aban nya sika nko betimi dia fa aso Ghana asen me so me opinion ne say aban nya sika ampa but onya ye no was spending on COVID related issues
period
Minister of Finance aba parliament abeka 2 no minister and or call parliament eco presented by my general averages enti ye wie na say anybody whether you are a social commentator or a citizen ana obia na say opeso who the details are you go back because Sikano, Minister of Finance, or be my Minister of Gender and Social Protection, or the my Ghana Health Service, or the my Minister of Health, or the my ABIA COVID-19 response team, or the my Wimunina, almost ebe breaking it down. Anything a war controller, accountant general, auditor general, we are near the Abba. And the no minister will go to parliament or because yes, it doesn't provide the details. You because say Abanaka 12 billion or say we use 12 billion in COVID related expenditure or the 7 billion as of government your friend is budgetary support. One five details now man to mu akonta. Wrong. Infatual. That is what I am saying. The finance minister provide general averages. Open details, sir. Go to the appropriate institution. You come back and say, so on saka. 2. Abai say, as presented by Finance Minister Kenoforiata, or say new rules, including motorway extension. Omni Ghana Investment Fund, GIF, a year funding agreement. Ama GIF for ama ban sika no da ye sa kwan no sa rosu na obeye ni nyina no eye under public private partnership agreement omu wi a obeto including motorway extension
yes
say as motorway is now okofa so ayanyi to enso anka ne ne eje di obi ka say motorway no dada no de ofa so ayebejo motorway extension is motorway extension me tie roto no ko meka so omagu no I disagree.
And the opinion oh, yes.
And if government even comes back tomorrow and tell me, say, we introduce rotos again everywhere, I agree with the government.
Suspended.
Yes. And the fact that so obeto road new under public-private partnership, and they say AB existing ones no cry near to that done. Obesan's to me, I agree.
The last one, yeah, last one, Mr.
Not all Momo transactions attract e-levy. Factual or infactual? It's factual. Yes. And you can say, so long as I'm register Momo on my phone, every Momo is Momo. I am wrong. I am incorrect. Because we have any transaction under 100 CDC.
Yes, it's true.
That is the fact. And not all Momo transactions attract e-levy. Number 2.
E-levy no ntia. Or send 1,000 cities are man. Okohana wakaseni 100. Okohana wakaseni 100.
Madam Uganda ozi. Oyano 90. Sani ebeya attract. So the fact is that not all Momo transactions attract e-levy. The last one.
Yeah.
And he said, Onipa bia so ya nkwankre so ya asore so ya adwumakuo so ya aban so ya omamuni nyina wo projected revenue ene de actuals nso aba meboa o man bia fritete America baby me project say enka afiwei magigi revenue of so much but because of ABC dintin actuals amenya aye no ni nyina ama enti ebi atiakam and the fact that say abai bia beka kire say wa project to receive so much ewo E-levy mu na E-levy no amase ne ahohwehwe na beka say because one plan ye bogus. That is wrong.
Mati.
Because expected revenue and projected revenue is different from actuals. And the ojiji ya no beka ka kire say project say ye nya say o si say it wasn't a well thought out project. And then revenue ejiji custom internal revenue one fibia you see a project 60 billion ni enya 43 billion and so ye lack of planning
ye fancy ye better see p
I'm sorry for correction there be a short
time aso Mr. Wa yes Mr. OSEI BEMPAH okay spokesperson for COVID-19 Trust Fund ye that's it so bye God bless you Apostle Thomas KUSI APPIAH etwaso baako Apostle yeah, that's it. And then we just not also. Next week, never see. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Yami ya duma. Now what you send there? You be saying she. I'm MALIK RAMZY. Good morning.